Shalom.
Shalom.
We got our brothers from the GMS Salt, GMS West Palm Beach Camp. Before we begin, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to our power.
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the true leaders of the nation of Israel, that Yahweh Bashem Shai has set up through the Spirit to lead and to guide, and also to be great examples for the nation of Israel. Also want to say Shalom to the 144,000 men that are laboring and toiling in his work for the sake of Yahweh Bashem Shai. Also want to say Shalom to the innumerable multitude, the men, women, and children who Yahweh Bashem Shai will show mercy upon in these last days. All right, we're coming out here another week through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Shai, to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom known as America. All right, Babylon according to the scriptures. All right, come out here to tell you so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans that we are the children of Israel. All right, and also to tell you other heathen nations, the so-called white man, the so-called Chinese man, the so-called Africans, so on and so forth, that you are going into slavery, you are going into captivity. All right, so we pray that this camp lesson is edifying.
All right, we out here another week prophesying the downfall of America. And the Lord, He's getting ready, to make His move on America. All right, and the greatest sign that He is us out here preaching this word. All right, before the Lord destroys or destroyed every kingdom, all right, He always had His prophets out there, to prophesy. All right, you have Moses and Joshua. All right, Moses and Joshua, they was telling Pharaoh to let the Israelites go. Okay, and then ultimately, what did the Lord do? The Lord destroyed Pharaoh and his army and his host. All right, that's the same thing the Lord's going to do to America. All right, the Lord's going to destroy America, through thermonuclear missiles.
It says, hold on. Where he says, "Let my people go," what it says, I forgot. But when he says, "So that they may worship me or serve me," it's a reason why the Lord said, "Let my people go," man. The Lord has always had a purpose for our people, man. Not for these other nations, not for the so-called white man in the other nations, man. It's for us to serve Him, man. That's our purpose, man. Adding on to what the brother said, man. That's our first works. Is to serve the Heavenly Father. That's why the Lord wants us to separate ourselves from the world. So that we may serve Him. So that He may be able to deal with us.
Jeremiah. I want to get that one little by little. We can start with Jeremiah.
This is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that has been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right, we're prophesying, of war, World War III, all right, of evil, troubling times, okay, because martial law is getting ready to take place, all right. It's pretty much at this point any day now, any day now, the Lord, He can pop things off, all right. It says pestilence, all right. Pestilence is steady happening every week. Every week is always different types of pestilence. All right, you had the in Florida, they had at the beach seaweed.
Oh, the seaweed. Deadly seaweed.
Bacteria, flesh-eating seaweed.
Yeah.
Also malaria. I believe that malaria comes from the mosquitoes.
Yeah. They've been having them plagues, locusts, I believe, in Nevada. They said there's been so many of them bitches. Like you ride down the street and you just crunching them. They hitting your windows, crunching, rolling over them, and they everywhere. And they said they eating up all the crops, and they just keep growing. They just keep multiplying. You having the locusts, and see the Lord really devouring things right now. Like people think it's just a plague, but they coming and eating up all the crops, all them fish dying in the water. So when you can see how the famine is going to commence, where people going to try to go to natural resources to get nourishment, but they're not going to be able to because everything's going to be devoured by the works of the Lord.
Yep, I was scrolling through TikTok a few days ago, and they had a Simpsons episode where they predicted that there's going to be another lockdown. And,
Yep.
during the Simpsons episode, you wasn't allowed to go outside, and when you looked outside the window, it was like a whole bunch of caterpillars that was like all over the place, you know. So, hey, man, those are times that we in, man, you know.
Yep. And one more thing, it said I forget the country, but 850 people dropped dead from heat stroke. You know, but they said it was heat stroke. But they said the doctors down there are trying to let the people know, but they say it's from myocarditis. And I looked it up. And basically, you got a wall surrounding your heart, and so it says basically it's an infection that weakens the wall of your heart. So now you just you're susceptible to heat stroke. More than bacteria can kill you easier. But they saying it's because of the jab. Even people, I only saw like 3 comments because, you know, it was on TikTok that somebody put it, but you got to download the app to see it, or you can just unmute it. You know what I'm saying? So like when I have it, I delete the app for months at a time. I don't like that shit getting too much of me. But nonetheless, the first 2 comments, people say it's because of the jab. So, you know, the Lord is jacking this place up, man.
That jab is slowly killing people, man. And you grab that precept up.
All right, this is 2 Ezra 6, verse 22. And it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Right, and one of those sown places are these farms. Are these different farmers? Are they be sowing seed? Are growing up crops? All right, but that's going to appear unsown, man. All right, the Lord, because even one of the curses that was put upon Esau and Edom, it said, the earth shall not yield its strength. All right, so the Lord, you can clearly see that the Lord, He's destroying this place little by little, man. All right, you know, prices going up. All right, and
All right, and it says, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
right, these supermarkets. All right, you know, I seen on, I think it was on YouTube. It was something when the power goes out, like within the first week. All right, the supermarket is gonna be empty. All right, everybody's gonna be breaking into these places when the EMP drops, man. All right, when all hell is breaking loose, these supermarkets they're gonna be cleaned out, man. All right, they already in certain cities and states they're already cleaned out now. Right, different small little places, you know. Even though Dollar General is cool to shop at, you know, there'd be places like that and different small little supermarkets that has no food.
And remember, a lot of these companies have been focusing since the shutdown to downsize their inventory. So don't think, not even a week, man. I don't even think 24 hours that there's enough food. You know, I think it'll be cleaned out within a few hours. You know, that's what I believe, man. You know, that because when I look at it, I'm like, yo, there's really not a lot of food here. You know, so they're gonna a lot of those things are gonna be swept within a few hours, because you got to imagine if there's not a lot of mom and pop stores anymore. All right, so if the whole city goes to this one store, that store is gonna be swept, man. And you think they're gonna pay cash? You think they're gonna pay money to purchase all these things? Man, screw it. A lot of these companies don't have the security to secure all those people. Those security guards ain't gonna get in the way of hundreds of people, man. You kidding me? Man, they're gonna get out the way, man.
The mom and pop stores, you know, that be selling food, stuff like that, those be the stores that, you know, like halfway throughout the day or 3/4 of the day, you know, they be running out of chicken,
Right.
running out of different foods on the menu, but it's those big corporations,
Right,
you know, that always has food there.
right. You know, and I mean, it would be the smartest thing to do would be go to the mom and pop store, to be real with you, because everybody's gonna flood to the big box stores, you know, the big market stores, but they're gonna be cleaned out fast. But nobody's really thinking about the little corner store, the little mom and pop store. They may not have much, but everybody's not thinking to themselves to go there first. You know, it was like during the shutdown, we was looking for water, and all these big box stores were like, they didn't have any water. But one of the places that we went to, that my family went to get water, was 7-Eleven. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the first place you think of to go get water. Cases of water. But that's how it's gonna happen, man. So that's just advice, Salakia.
You can read 23, 24. You can read up to 24.
All right. Verse 23. 23. All right. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid.
Right. And spiritually, we giving that sound of a trumpet right now. All right, telling people to get ready for these times. You know, and in movies, when all hell getting ready to break loose or has breaking loose, they always, you know, play that one sound like on Purge. You know? In the spirit, we blowing that sound out, man. All right. The Lord has His prophets blowing that sound, man, to get you prepared spiritually, man.
Hey, if you want to hear a scary ass sound, you know that one. They got that one. They got the sound like the missile one too. They got that one, but you know it's a scary one. I ain't even telling you to watch the movie because I watched it when I was in the world, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember when it came out. But Silent Hill. On that movie Silent Hill, that fucking alarm they had on there, that shit was frightening. You knew when it was about to go down when that Silent Hill alarm came, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we throwing out through the spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Those speakers are like in random places. Like you would have never known that those speakers are around, but they're actually around in our neighborhoods. You just don't know it. Mm-hmm. You know? I remember one time, I don't know if it was the power going out, it was something happening in our neighborhood, and all of a sudden we just started hearing this random horn, this random sound, and we like, where the hell is this sound coming from? But they have random horns randomly throughout your city. You just don't know about it. They're hidden in particular places that you don't see from day to day. But they're there, all right, and they're in place for the time to come. You know?
Yeah. I got a scripture for you. This is Amos 3:6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it?
Right.
You got it, Q.
Right, because the Lord, he controls good and evil, man. It's the Lord that is doing these things, man. All right, and people are going to be afraid, man, because these people now, you know, they think themselves to be in a good case. All right, peace and safety, then what? Sudden destruction, man. All right, and when the Lord puts that destruction on you, you're going to feel it, man. All right, then you're going to know that this is done, you know, through the higher power, man.
Yep. I got a quick precept, man. This is Isaiah 10, verse 13. And it says, for he saith, by the strength of my hand I have done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures, and have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. So Esau Edom, in his mind, he believes that it's by his power, his wisdom that he's doing all these things. All right, he believes that he's the one that's setting up, a famine, that he's the one in control of GMO and all these pesticides. But the Heavenly Father has put in his spirit to create all these things. How do we know this? The Lord already told us of these things. All right, because Esau Edom is the whipping stick of the Heavenly Father. All right, he's the sword of the Heavenly Father. He's in place to do these things. But the pride of Esau Edom, he thinks that he's the one manipulating all these things to happen. The famine, the pestilence, the wars. No, all of this is a prophecy in the Bible. You know?
Even when Esau Edom, when he was cooking up the C-19, you know, it was really the Lord that made it come to pass.
Right.
You know, bringing to pass these different plagues.
But he think, he's using the left hand. He think he's using enchantment. He think it's all because of him. Like, hey, I'm deceiving the people. Ha 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 ha. No, man, it's the Heavenly Father that's giving you that wisdom. Where do your thoughts come from? Where do they go? All right. That's a clear example that the Heavenly Father is in control. All right. That voice in your head, who put it there? All right. We are creations of the Heavenly Father. All right. He ruleth in the kingdom of men. All these things are of his doings, all right, because he creates evil. He declared the end from the beginning. So there's no secret thing that our enemies are doing that the so-called white man is doing. And the other nations, they're not doing anything that's secret. The Lord has told us of all these things.
All right, quickly, so this is Deuteronomy 28:61. It says, also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord Yahweh bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. So it's the Lord that's bringing upon all these different types of quote unquote new sicknesses, new diseases. It's the Lord that's bringing these things to pass.
Yeah, that's scripture. This Exodus 23 and 30. It reads, "By little and little I will drive them out from before thee." Right, and that's how the Lord operates. Do things little by little. It's kind of like, you know, how you put the frog into the pot, and then next thing you know, it's being boiled. It's being boiled. You know, the water is cold, and the next thing you know, it's steaming hot, and the frog is dead. You know, and that's how the Lord is orchestrating, you know, the plagues. All right, you know how they say these grocery stores have 3 days worth of food supplies, but really when you in the spirit, you analyze when you go into the stores. These stores has less than 3 days worth of supplies of food. But you know, Esau Edom, he'll pull all the cans up to the front. Yeah. But when you go and grab 2 pieces, you go and grab 2 cans, you notice, damn, I grabbed the last 2. You know, so that's how the Lord is doing it. You know, he's doing things little by little. You know,
Yeah.
the pestilence, you know, the famine. All right.
That's shit. It might have been the only 2.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing, because you got so I used to want to work for Frito-Lay. Frito-Lay, they have something called a routine sales associate, something like that, a route sales associate. So basically, what they do is they go into all of the different Walmarts and things like that, and they're the ones who bring all the Doritos and the Lays. But what they'll do is now you're seeing where it's only 2 of an item. You know, the other day I went to 7-Eleven to get the buy one, get one Zephyr Hills water. It was only 2 in that bitch. I'm like, damn, I wanted to get 4. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it was only 2 in there. And see, that the brother's on point. They're normalizing that, whether you think it's stocked just because it's pulled to the front. And every time when you go to them stores, you always got that team of people at the night, everything in the back. They're pulling anything that was in the back to the front. And hey, at the end of the day, like the brother said, it's a few hours them stores to be tapped. See, that 3 days was the old standard, right? But after C-19, hey, shit, them stores got 2 days tops. You know what I'm saying? But the chaos of the people, that should be done in a day's time. Everything gone, bro.
It's from truck to shelf.
Yep.
You know, and so once you clean it, once they stop the trucks, they're not taking major losses. Once they stop the trucks, they keep whatever food that they got for themselves. You know, and then the rest y'all figure it out.
Right, and people don't know that what's going down here in Florida and like throughout the South, you know, because they having those immigration laws will come into effect, and a lot of those truck drivers are Latin,
right,
are Hispanics, you know, and they're going on strike,
right,
you know, and you know, people are protesting, you know, truck drivers are going on strike. Those things are going. That's what's going on behind the scenes.
Man,
you know
it's
what I'm saying?
man. Yeah, man, it's a lot going on this month, Akio. It's a lot going on.
Man, over this weekend, real quick, I think it's Psalms 94 and 20. Somebody grab that from me if I believe that's the correct verse. But Esau was doing a lot this weekend, man. July 1st, July 2nd, especially down here in Florida, so many laws got implemented. The Supreme Court passed several laws just a couple days ago. So the people aren't aware of what's going on in your current state. Right, as of yesterday, July 1st, now people, they no longer need a permit to carry a concealed weapon in Florida. You see? So, you know, things are changing, right? You know, I call this Glockistan down here. You know, the country the state shaped like a gun, man. And now DeSantis, he got the controlled opposition to be able to, they using all of this witchcraft, this laws to be able to push wicked things. Even one of the things that they passed was they said, they're going to highlight residential housing, but they said mixed population for commercial use. When you go into real estate, you got 2 different types of 2 different types of business platforms. You got residential and you got commercial, right? And so basically, they're saying what we've been talking about. All of them areas where they putting the fire rescue and in the neighborhoods, and they're building up these buildings. They're just basically in hindsight, what they're saying is, we're going to move all the so-called black people out and put new mixed developments in your areas. So basically, they're making it to where Jay can't afford that stuff, right? Even if they do put new residences over there, they're going to say it's going to be affordable housing, but affordable for who? It's not going to be affordable for those people that live there. They're going to kick them out, they're going to put them in another land, and the new people are going to come in. That's going to be affordable for them. Affordable is such a loose term. Affordable housing. Affordable for who, bro? Because affordable for an Edomite on Palm Beach Island is not the same for affordable for somebody living in Riviera or Lake Worth.
Right.
You see? But you got that? I think that's the right one. Mischief? Yeah.
All right, this is Psalms 94 and 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee?
Right, so the throne of iniquity, right? We got the throne of righteousness with Yahweh Shem Shah. The throne of iniquity is dealing with Esau, Edom, right? It says, shall they have fellowship with thee? Of course not, because the Lord says, can two walk together except they be agreed? So why does our people believe that the Edomite is going to be for you, to help you, using his laws to help you? Got it.
God, which frameth mischief by a law.
Which frameth mischief by a law. You see? So when you go into mischief, that's really treachery, trickery, deceit, trouble, So they're using their laws to create more problems for our people, and all you people really, with this gun law thing, you about to have every Dick, Joe, and Harry carrying a gun, man. Women about to be carrying guns. They're gonna be in their emotions. They gonna make them mad. They're gonna want to spray them up. You're gonna have low-end Edomites who hillbillies just shooting off. You're gonna have 2/3 Jakes just carrying a gun just to carry it. But the problem is, at least when they did have when you had to get a permit to carry a concealed firearm, you did have to go to a training course before you got your documents that approved it. But now you no longer have to take a training course to get a concealed weapon here in Florida. You see? And with all of the mayhem that's going down, it's about to get worse. It's about to get worse. And then they're going to try to have gun reform. But really, that's when you read Psalms, the 44th chapter. It says that by the name of the Lord is how we're going to tread down our enemies. But they think by the gun is how they're going to do it, man. But Esau is basically legalizing his blessing. You see? He's making his blessing legal to where he can shoot you in any means, man. You see?
That's one of the biggest charges that just went out the window. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest charges went out the window.
Yep.
Because most young guys like to walk around with it.
And they're not going to let the guys that have been in jail, they're not going to let them go.
No, that don't apply.
That don't apply.
They're not going to go back. What they call it? Back something. They're not going to do that. Backtrack, whatever. But the young guys, we know that they like to walk around. They like to carry with that thing. So now if they get searched and it's concealed, it's not a charge.
It's not a charge. But Esau still got a reason to shoot him, though.
That's true.
See, the thing, okay, and now you just brought me to a whole different segue, brother. If a cop pulls them over, right, and they got a gun in the car, right, cops usually ask, do you have any weapons in the vehicle? But sometimes they don't.
Right.
Because what used to happen is when a cop registers you on his computer, it'll say this person is a concealed carry weapon. He has a permit, and that will come up. So they will already know that you're a gun carrier.
Right.
But now if they pull up and you reach in that back pocket, they can say it was a weapon. Find out he got a weapon in the car. Hey, it's easy peasy for Esau. Take him out, bro.
He even more spooked.
Yep, he don't need even more spook. Now they don't have to have a license.
Boy.
You see? So yeah, bro, they use the law so they can further destroy our people, man.
And and now a lot of these young guys are gonna be able to live out their dream and being a thug, being a gangster, walking around with it. I got the extendo with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pop the clip in.
Yeah.
Now at any moment, you could be anywhere at any moment. It can go down.
Dudes can't even fight. Saw this dude on the internet in the store. This dude walked up and was like, hey, bro, you got a problem with my cousin? First thing the other dude was pulled out his gun. He said, bro, I'll Swiss cheese you out here.
Right.
Like, bro, the dude was twice as tall as him, twice as big as him, but yet you still pulling out a gun, man. That's what the state of man has fallen, the way you can't even square up with a dude no more, man. Everybody just want to shoot you, man. That's because it says, ye are as your father's the devil, man. John 8:44. So they act just like Esau. The first thing to do is pull the sword.
You got it.
But Esau eat him, and he ain't gonna fight you.
No, hell no.
He's not gonna fight
Hell no.
I was just looking up, when is that immigration law going into effect? It went into effect yesterday too, July 1st,
Yep.
2023.
I mean, take a look around.
Yep. All those. The Supreme Court also. There's no more affirmative action. By the way, for anybody that don't know, there's no more affirmative action. So there was a point in time where if you were from a downtrodden area and if you were based on a certain ethnicity, if they know that you were from a underprivileged area, right, what they would do is you would have a couple extra bonus points to help you get into a college, right? But affirmative action is gone. So they said by basis on race, you can no longer get extra points to be able to get academia, right? And we know that the Edomite neighborhoods far surpass our neighborhoods as far as resources, teachers, education, and technology, right? Now, I do think I ain't necessarily a pro for affirmative action because I think that we can do it regardless, but that system ain't meant for our people to flourish, right? So that's why they had affirmative action. But that Supreme Court took that out this weekend, you know?
That's the weed out the niggas, I guess.
Bro, partially, but you'll get some bright people from that's in Jake neighborhoods. They just don't got our teachers. The teachers generally in underprivileged society, underprivileged neighborhoods, they'll be getting paid anywhere from 40,000. Yeah, that was Jake though.
But he had that Muslim hat on. You know, Muslim.
Nah, that was Amalek
Yeah,
boy.
caps.
Yeah, that was an Amalek boy. Yeah. But anywhere from 50,000 to maybe 70. They got an initiative out for extra teachers right now. But you go to Edomite neighborhoods, the teachers getting paid 6 figures. You know, they getting top tier computers. You know, and
Private schools.
yep, private schools. They getting top tier technology. Charter schools. They got but see, this is where the scriptures say they hide in, they lie in wait, and they sneak privily to persecute the poor. You see, using all the laws just to be able to destroy our people. You know, but hey, that's all good because now, right now it's time for all of you. Give me real quick, Isaiah 55. Now it's time for all of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that have been deprived an opportunity to get into college, even if you are going to college. Now is your turn to turn into the college of truth. Now is your opportunity to find the University of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Now is your chance to find real knowledge and wisdom. That's what the Lord has now provided for you, man. Okay? Go ahead and read that for me. You can start at 1. Yeah, 1 through 5.
So this is Isaiah 55:1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters. He that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat.
This is the offer from who you ignorantly call God and who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. This is his offer of education. He says, hey, come ye that are thirsty. Come ye that want to be educated. Come ye that are hungry. Right? He said, come with no money. But Edom tells you, hey, you're going to need $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 in order to come to my college, in order to come to my institution. You know, I showed the brother my diploma the other day. I said, my $100,000 piece of paper.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You know, but hey, now you got the Lord, these scriptures, the Lord give you these. He said, this comes for free, man. This knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Continue.
Yea, come, buy wine and milk without money and without price.
Right, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. So if you want to know the truth about who you are, if you want to know your purpose in life, if you want to know who your people are, it's in the Bible. The Bible has given us all the answers we need for this life, man. All right? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelite foreigners, you are the true Israelites according to the Bible, man. All right? So come get this wine, man. Come get this milk. Come get this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know, because this world hasn't told you who you are. They tell you black. They tell you Negro. They tell you Hispanic. All of these things that Esau want to call you, man. All these massive terms, man.
Quick precept.
He got like 2 more verses.
Okay.
Verse 2, wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not?
Yeah, hey, that's college. You know, that's college. That's these schools, man. That's your idol gods. That's your churches. That's all of which y'all going to and spending money on, but it don't profit you. It's nothing worse than going to a church on a Sunday morning, right? Even worse, being woke up by your mama early on a Sunday morning, right? Her yelling at you and mad because she got a demon on her, because she got the demon just to get you to somewhere you don't want to be. Then you in there, right? And then you like, all right, let me listen for a second. And the times you do listen, they give you no spiritual nourishment. You come out of there more dry and empty than when you went in, man. And then you really like, well, why did mama wake me out of bed? You see?
I used to see Pops. I used to lean over and see my Pops down the road. He nodding off. He's sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man.
Put him to sleep.
Yeah,
man.
I ain't never known a brother fall asleep at camp.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But church, you and that thing sleep every week, man. And you know when Pop's falling asleep, but we know Christian churches were made for the woman. That's the appeal to the whims of the woman, right? Make her feel good. Give her a home setting. Give her a fashion brigade so she can flex in front of all the other women and bring her whole family with her so it looks like we're a family unit.
Right.
You see? And pray and get the eyes of men. They got their consolation. You know, and Q, I'm going to give it back to you in a minute, brother. Just let me get through these.
Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness.
You see that? Eat this roll, man. And your soul is going to delight in fatness, man. That's good eating right there, man. This Bible is nutrient dense, man. You know, we live in a GMO microwave society, but this Bible is nutrient dense, man. This is like sea moss and bladderwrack, man. You know, all the things that's good for you, all of the nutrients you need, it's in this word, man.
The scripture says wisdom causes the man's face to shine.
Yep.
All right.
That's it.
When your body has proper nutrients, your skin begins to glow.
Yep. You got all of the sickness and impurities out of your skin. Your skin glows.
Right.
That's right, brother. So this is nutrient dense right here. The scripture, the Lord equates it into milk, honey, and meat, man. You know, those are the principal things of life. You got it.
Now, verse 3, incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David.
You see that? So incline means listen. Come and take heed to this word, and he gonna give you the sure mercies of David, man. Right? The kingdom of heaven, man. That's what we're looking for, man. You know, so the next verse says, seek ye while the Lord may be found, man, while he is near. You know, so seek the Lord, man. It's the only thing that you can do in these last times when all of this chaos is about to happen. But you got it. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, you know, because the brother was mentioning colleges. The scripture says this in Ezekiel 11, verse 16, and it says, therefore say, thus saith the Lord power, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. All right, and this is a little sanctuary, you know, and it's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, a lot of our people know where we are. They can find us if they really want to.
Oh yeah, they know exactly where we at.
They know exactly where we are. Every downtown area throughout the four corners of the earth, every place, chief place of concourse, you'll be able to find the men of the Lord. All right, and be prepared. And be prepared for edification. Be prepared to learn when you come across the men of the Lord, because you're gonna learn. You're gonna eat.
Everywhere that our brothers are, bro, across it says Amos, right? How they gonna seek us to and fro. So they know exactly where we are. When the day comes when we off of these streets and they want answers, they're gonna come to this exact location. They're gonna come to all you brothers in the other states and the countries, your prospective location. They're gonna go to all the places where they've seen you at. Right? They're gonna be like, I seen him here, I seen him on this other corner, I seen him there. Sometimes I even seen him at this food store.
Which way did he go?
You know, they're gonna be looking everywhere. We're not gonna be here for y'all to find us, man. You know? That's the exact way how the scriptures let you know they know where we are, man.
Right.
Yep, that's how you know they know and they pay attention. But they act like they don't. But it's okay. And that day, yep. A landmark.
Right.
Yep. Y'all got it.
Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord Yahweh is upon me, because Yahweh have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captive, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Right, because when the Lord called us into this truth, you know, we was all brokenhearted. You know, we wasn't, well, for the most part, we wasn't at our peak. You know, but the Lord still found us acceptable. You know, to call upon us. You know, but in Esau society, you know, you got to have a 4.0, 3.5 or higher, you know, to get into these big colleges, man. You know, but the Lord, he doesn't care. He called us when we was at our lowest state. You know, calling us at our lowest state, you know, to then bring us up. All right, because it's a more glorifying story. You know, when the Lord brings you up from a bottom to the top. You know, all right, it ain't glorifying the Lord to bring you from the top to the top. You know, that's why the Lord, he ain't coming back to save Edomites, man, because they're already in their kingdom. What they need saved from, man? All right, it's the so-called black, Spanish, and Native Americans. We the meat. We're the ones that are brokenhearted. You know, we didn't know who we were. We was calling ourselves black, or even some of us being ashamed to even be black. You know.
You reminded me. I was rewatching Lord of the Rings, and of all the creatures and characters, of all the people with the might and the strength, the person chosen to carry the task was the Hobbit. He was the shortest, smallest. He can't fight. He don't know what to do in the face of danger. He don't got no special skills, nothing. But he was the one chosen to be able to do the duty and take the task. All the other people was full of pride. You know, they started arguing about who gonna take it and all of that. But the meek and the lowly was the one chosen, man. So I was like, that's spiritual. You know, did it say? Okay, read that for me, y'all.
It says,
Read what you looked up first and then read it.
average GPA for a black high school student, average GPA by race, according to data from the National Center of Education Statistics, there are significant differences in average GPAs by race. In high school, Asian students had the highest average GPA at 3.52.
And this is the reason that's because how much they make them go to school. That's not a result of their intelligence, right? They do more school hours in a day, right, and force that on them. That's a cultural difference amongst students in Asia. So they already have that will to just study more and do more because they get shunned if they don't do great because people are naturally slow. Go ahead.
Followed by white students at 3.23, Hispanic students at 2.98.
Hispanic students, our people, get average GPA at 2.98 in school. Go ahead.
And black students at 2.68.
And black students at 2.68. So there got to be something flawed with the system, right? All the students should be around the same area, right? But you got Jake, that's a whole grade level lower than the Asians and the Edomites, man. So average GPA is 2.68. And the average GPA to probably get into college is probably about a 2.75, 2.8. So you expect the most of our people not to make it there in the first place, right? 2.98 for Hispanics, man. You know? So the system's letting you know that they got it rigged to where they're expecting our people to fail. Instead of a righteous leader would say, hey, let's give them more opportunities and resources so we can see their grades elevate. But they don't care about our people. They don't care about finding a way to help our people learn better so we can excel like them. They want us to be the working class.
That's why a lot of our people, a lot of like Southern Tribe Jakes and Northern Kingdom, they lose confidence, you know, in themselves, you know, because of the school system. You know, they don't feel like they're able to compete, man. You know, and so what they do is they run to another system, the streets, you know, and that's when they go into more destruction, you know, because confidence it means a lot, man, especially when you're competing in the school system, man. If you see that your grades aren't really, it's because a lot of our people go to these schools and they don't feel no like attachment. They don't feel like no.
Because in Babylon, they teaching you about so-called white people.
Right.
Abraham Lincoln, George Washington. They teaching us about our oppressors.
Right.
How they conquered us.
Right.
You know, but in these different countries, they teach you about Marcus Garvey. But you learn about all so-called black men.
Right.
You know,
You have some kind of.
then you feel better about yourself. You're like, man, I want to be like that too.
Yep.
You know?
The only person I really heard about like that was in I went to my middle school was Pan-African. That's the only reason I know about all that shit, bro. But when I went to high school, my elementary school, high school, you know the only person you learned about? MLK. That's the only so-called black person you learned about. Martin Luther King, man. All right, they ain't teach you about Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to keep the Malcolm X mentality hushed down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's gonna bring about that spirit of revolution.
Yep. They don't want that. They want you to be tamed. They want you to be in the Martin Luther King spirit. All right. I had a scripture. This is Psalm 35 and 4. It says, "Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. And that's all Esau has done, is devise our hurt. How much more the elect in these times to come, man? But all they does is devise. They setting it up to be able to, a problematic, systematic way to destroy our people. It says, let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. You see, so hey, that's what's going to happen to the Edomite man. That's what's going to happen to these people who are oppressing our people, man. The angel of the Lord are going to be getting down on these people, coming after them, man. Right? And because all they've done is try to trot us down through every which way possible. But the tables are about to turn. Like the brother said, title it, the Lord is preparing to make his move, man. And that's what we're seeing. When you got when you have military and war tactics, you could be like, all right, let me see what they're gonna do. Now it's my turn to make my move. You know what I'm saying? Or you got different people fighting amongst each other, and the Lord like, all right, I'm gonna come and swoop in and make my move, and then he gonna shut the whole show down.
Psalms 83 and 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Psalms 83 and 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. So this is the part of their crafty counsel. You know, the school systems, you know, in the Jake neighborhood, you get the worst schools in your county. You know, it's like Palm Beach County. Jake is they're set up in the worst schools. Okay, the teachers don't give a damn about you, because the teachers in the Jake school getting paid crumbs, right? The textbooks, you know, your environment that's around you, because that's just even in statistics. You know, you going into a school and it's in an impoverished area, you know, that spirit that you're around is working on the minds of everybody at that school. You know, that's why a lot of those schools, you know, be drugs. You know, now in Palm Beach County, they're making like 3 other high schools, you know, with metal detectors. You know, so that's the type of environment. But when you go to Esau's school system, they don't have no metal detectors.
And they're the ones they need it for.
Yep.
When you hear about them school shootouts, them don't be at Jake schools. I mean, Edomite schools. There's some way where you need to have a damn metal detector. Yeah, Jay got a strap on them, but Jay got a strap on them to defend themselves in case of harm or danger. Esau got a strap on them to cause harm or danger.
But Jake just trying to hit that one person.
Right. They ain't trying to.
He ain't trying to hit everybody.
Scoot the whole shoot down because shoot the whole school down because, you know, they laugh at him and bully him. You know what I'm saying? Esau is a wild, wicked man, bro.
Even in that Florida shoot,
Hey, how you doing?
the brothers was at that school. That was in Parkland. That's like the land of woods.
Yep. Edom land. Yep.
And, you know, and it's like just adding to what you were saying, you know, and a lot of the homes that these children come from are broken, man. No fathers, single mother, and a lot of times, you know, there's some decent mothers out there doing the best that they can to take care of their children. You know, by the time a lot of these children get home from school, they be coming home by themselves. You know, they don't have a parent there supervising them, telling them to get their homework done, you know, and also assisting them in their homework and stuff like that, and encouraging them. Man, moms be at work.
Your teachers are your parents.
Your teachers become your parents.
Your teachers are your parents, man, because you know what I'm saying? Like, you spend more hours in a day with a teacher than you do with your parents. You know, you be at school, don't let you have extracurricular activities. You at school 8 hours, don't let you got football practice something afterwards. You at school for 10 hours, 10, 11 hours, you go home, see your parents. You know, hey, how was school today, bud? Hey, all right, we about to eat this dinner, then we going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You saw your parents for 3 hours a day. Your teachers are your parents, man. You see, that's why when C-19 popped off and all of the children had to go home and do their homework in class, the parents didn't know what to do. They like, take these kids back. They don't know what to do because most of their day they relieved of watching children. So you parents and mothers out there that think y'all got it bad because you got to take your child to school, shit, you got it off easy, man. If watching children for a whole day is a different story than just sending them off, and they be gone and then it's good riddance, man. When they come of age, let's say that.
One more. It says, verse 4, Psalm 83 and 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be no more remembrance. Right? And that school system is another way how you cutting Jake off from being a nation. Okay? Because these school systems, they're not teaching you, who you are according to the Bible. They ain't teach you about your forefathers. They taking the Bible out of the school system. And then with Jake, most Jake don't graduate. Most Jake drop out by the time they're in 8th, 9th, 10th grade, and then what they resort to, the streets. Okay, and then when they're in the streets, what happened? They get locked up. So that's done systematically, by our oppressors, because they know that Jake attention span is short. You got these classes that's an hour and 45 minutes, teach you about bullshit.
Hey, the Lord knows Jake's attention span is short. That's why he got precepts and numbers. The Lord like, all right, even if they can read one precept a day and get it, hey, I'm gonna get him this number and these couple words. The Lord even know Jake attention span short. Of the Bible, now everything is the Lord's will, of course, but the Bible was written like an Edomite book where you just gotta read it through with no numbers. One, it was hard to be given a point of reference. That's also what the numbers are for, to give you a point of reference, but it also makes it easier to remember. You see, but if we had to read the Bible like a textbook, oh man, Jacob be in some trouble, bro. That attention span, your chapter, the Edomite chapters be fucking 20 pages long. Yeah. But a chapter in the Bible, you can read a chapter in the Bible in 5 to 10 minutes. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord made it to where he knows his people, man. He knew we was gonna need that extra assistance, And ain't nothing wrong with having a short attention span. Now you gotta have it. Now it's a skill that you gotta work on, because you don't want it to be to the point where you can't lock in, right? Where you can't lock into something. But the Lord knows that we have a short attention span. That Israel have a short attention span, and there's nothing wrong with that. We plain people, man. We ain't thinking like Edomites, man.
That's why the Lord said in 1 Peter 2, verse 2, it says, as newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. Yep. Just so that's why whenever we're preaching to Jake and teaching them, we often tell them, go home, just read a chapter, maybe. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Just to start off, don't go crazy. Because certain Jake, they want to go crazy. They want to eat so much where they vomit it out. Like, nah, just take a little bit and then meditate upon it.
And what does a newborn babe do? They have a toy. They look across the room for 5 minutes. They want to play with the next toy. Right? You see what I'm saying? But as newborn babes, man, that's how that the Lord likens us as unto children. So you gotta absorb that. And with time and discipline, you be able to grow a little bit more. You be able to learn a little bit more. Your videos you can watch a little bit longer. Your videos you can even do a little bit longer. When I first came into the truth, I was probably doing 5 to 10 minute videos. You see what I'm saying? 5 to 7 minute videos. But then the next year you do, 7 to 9 minute videos. Then the next year you do 9 to 12 minute videos. Then 12 to 15, and so on and so on. And so then over time, that's why the apostles, they can knock out an hour and a half video. Easy. Light work. You know what I'm saying? Every day.
That's how I be like, I say to myself, man, if I don't cut this thing short.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I do like, when my videos be a little shorter, concise. I like to keep it short because I know Jay got a short attention span. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? My videos on average, 30 to 35 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But even then, I'm like, it's a little lengthy. But it's through the spirit. You see what I'm saying? But hey, with that like you said, that newborn, you're able to start, you drink, you're able to grow. What is milk good for? Bones. You see? So you help you grow.
And I don't mind sometimes it's it trips me out when a friend in the world, or somebody who's curious about the truth, he'll call you up or he'll come to you, he'll go grab the meat, he'll grab a precept,
always,
something hard, and he'll be like, bro, what that mean? I said, bro, don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Just focus on Proverbs or read Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Just kind of, they want to know the hard stuff. I'm like, nah, you gonna bug yourself out.
It's because those are the things that was hard for them in the world.
Right.
Even the scriptures say, seek not the things that are too hard for thee.
Right.
And that's talking about, things out of this world and, just doing too much. But even for the scriptures, it's a timetable for it, brother. You can't come in, if you're a newborn baby and you try to bite a piece of steak, it ain't gonna happen. Right. I don't give a damn How long you chew on that piece of steak? You ain't biting no piece off. Or you ain't even got no teeth yet, bro. You see what I'm saying? So as newborn babes desire that sincere milk, you know, but Jake always, in their life, they like, well, why was this never answered for me? And they want to go to the deep end and want to know all of the deep breakdowns of the scriptures, but you need to take baby steps, right? First, and what's a baby step? Finding out that you're an Israelite. What does Israel mean? Who are his people? Why was the Messiah sent? All of those are babe, you know, the curses. Those are babe type things, you know? So don't be trying to chew off no piece of meat, right? And you a babe because you gonna hurt yourself.
You're gonna get discouraged.
You're gonna get discouraged, right? That's too much for you, man. You know, as a baby, a baby got a piece of steak and he chewing on it and he hungry, he just gonna get mad. He gonna get frustrated, he just gonna throw it down, bro.
Start crying.
Yeah, he gonna start crying, like, damn, somebody help me. And then father gonna come in with the milk, like, here, take this. And he's gonna be satisfied.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Pops know what you need.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Chew it up again. Spit it out. Give it
Right, like
yeah,
Mama
yeah.
Bird. do the chew it up, spit it out, give it to him. Breaking it, that's a breakdown though.
Break it down.
You see what I'm saying? That's a breakdown. And chew it up and spit it into the baby's mouth, that's a breakdown. Because they couldn't handle it in its original form.
Hebrews 5:14, but strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
All right, so strong meat belonging to them that are of full age. And, you know, growing up, you know, in your parents' house, you know, it was a certain age where, you know, your parents, they would eat steak or something, but you wouldn't eat it. You know, your parents will make you know, your parents will buy you McDonald's, you know, they'll cook something separate because you wasn't ready for steak. You know, that's the same way what it is in this truth. You know, you come into the truth, you know, you trying to learn, you know, you starting at Revelation or Genesis. Nah, man, you work your way up to that point, you know.
Yep. You know, the only baby I know that's eating steak is Judah. That's it, man. If you ain't Judah, go on. And I'm talking about one of the brother's sons. He you know, the other day we was barbecuing. He was like, I want a piece. Uncle Bar broke him off. He like, all right, let me cut it down. Wait, you broke it down for him though. He cut him a small piece. It was like, here, Judah's out there smashed. I was like, shit, man. At that age, I wouldn't even know what steak was, man. You know, but I got a precept. This is Isaiah 28 and verse 9. It says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Right? So weaned from the milk. And what does a mother does? Her baby is supposed to suck on her mother's teat until an appropriate time where they're weaned off, man. You see? It says, for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, man. So that's what helps you understand more, reading those different precepts, line upon line, helping to get a breakdown for what this Bible is talking about, right? But the Lord says, out of the mouth of babes shall come knowledge, man, wisdom, understanding, man. And we crying out in the street, and literally we say we crying out. Who cries out? A baby, man. We're crying out to Yahweh Shem Shai to come deliver us and to help us, man.
Man, Salaki, this is a side little note. There's actually people out there, women out there that breastfeed their children when they big as hell, man. They like of a nice size, man. They should have been weaned off the milk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Child to be 8, 9 years old,
What's
still
that
sucking
woman?
on the tit.
She had a little TV show with her brother name was Joey. Now she do Jeopardy sometimes. Bro, she was an advocate of that years ago. She had a child that was like damn near like he looked like he was 3.
You talking about Jennifer Aniston?
They're supposed to be weaned until they are 3.
Until they are 3.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, this is a
Brother,
big ass baby. I'm like, this is a
Jeremiah
big
told me
ass
that.
baby.
Yeah, three is understandable because you got those developmental stages of a child.
Yep.
So three makes about sense. But when that baby fucking 5, 6, 7 years old, and they still, I've seen this woman. She had some huge knockers. She had 2 children. These are boys standing up, sucking on her teats, bro.
bruh.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? But see that she gained that motherly attachment to the child, and she being through. But that's what she gets with not having a man around and not having a man that can lead her. Because a man will say, well, you don't get them boys off we need to get them boys some actual food. They need to get off of that, man. Because now it's becomes when a boy becomes about 7 or 8, He's looking at women different.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He's looking at women like I now see you as the sexuality between us. So a boy at that age shouldn't be on his mother's breast anymore, man. You know, but this society is adverse to the ways of the Heavenly Father, man. You know, they'll do that and be like, oh, well, she's just being a good mom. No, she's destroying her children. You know, and now now he might start thinking he might get an Oedipus complex.
Yeah.
An Oedipus complex is when a man wants relations with his mother.
Yep.
And that's off according to the Bible, man. When you read the book of Leviticus, it lets you know that a man is not supposed to lay with his mother, man. Right? Because that's showing your father's nakedness.
I remember reading about that Oedipus Rex or whatever.
Oedipus complex.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
like, yo, this is
Oh,
crazy.
Oedipus Rex, right.
I was like, yo, this is crazy, man.
Yep.
It actually happened.
Hey, even on Baby Boy.
Man, I was thinking about that.
He even said that. He said that to Tyrese.
Yeah.
He said, see, you got an Oedipus complex, young blood.
Yeah.
You want your woman, you want your mama to be your woman, but that's my woman.
Yeah.
You see? So that's the problem with and that's with this whole mama's boy mentality. What goes is like, hey man, you know, when you're looking for a partner, yeah, you're supposed to look for a woman that got the kind and generous traits of your mother, but you're not supposed to be looking at your mother as a sexual partner, man. You know, and that's what they defile in the minds of the people. All of these adverse relationships that they're pushing, all of these inordinate affections, right? Sleeping with your mom, sleeping with your sister, right? Sleeping with animals, you know, sleeping with children that are 3, 4, 5 years old, man. That's what they're pushing in this society, man.
Yep.
And that's just off.
Yeah, during that baby boy, that he got him right though. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needed a man to
It
get his
needed a
ass
man.
right though.
Yeah. He was baby boy because he
Yeah.
was led without a father.
Yeah.
But when the man came around, he got him in check.
Had to beat his ass.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
got
And
his
then
ass right.
he gave it balance.
Yeah.
He said, "You want something to eat?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After that, he cussed him out or whatever, or they got into that fight, and then he was in there getting some Kool-Aid. He like, "You want something to eat?"
He was naked though. That was through.
It was through. It was through. You know what I'm saying? But it was through. But he at least he gave a manly balance to let you know, like, hey, bro, I'm not here to just beat your ass. I'm trying to teach you a lesson. You see what I'm saying? So it was off, and he was Ving Rhames was through. He had the bald head, he naked, all of that stuff. But he was masculine though. You got to give him that. In that movie, he was masculine. You know, he's been through in some movies too, but in that movie, he was masculine.
I got that
Con.
Leviticus 18, and starting at 6 says, "None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother; thou shalt not uncover her nakedness."
Right, and then, you know, there's two ways really. You ain't even supposed to see your moms or pops naked. You know, I remember there's times where, you know, my moms and my pops was real close to the bathroom. So sometimes my pops would try to run over to his room. I'm like, oh shit, pops, put some clothes on. You know what I'm saying? But if your mom is in the room, she ain't got no clothes on. She's supposed to clothe herself, but you're supposed to turn your head. You see what I'm saying? But also laying down with them carnally, right? Laying down with your mother carnally, that's off, man. You know, but in today's society, they're pushing women's sexuality. Women can walk around naked. No, your child is not supposed to be seeing you without clothes on, man. This society is not supposed to be seeing you without clothes on, man. But this society is bugged out of their minds. It's ruled by these wicked Edomites, man. You know?
Verse 8, it says, "The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness."
Yep, and see, the nakedness of thy father's wife, because that could be your mother, one, and which is off in two ways, but also his wife, because technically men are allowed more than one woman. So say, for instance, he got 3, 4 wives, 3, 4 women, and let's say in today's society, baby mamas or women that he dealing with. That don't mean just because it's not your mama, you can go and deal with them. You know, that's your father's possession. You're not supposed to touch that. But in today's society, you got sons that are messing with their father's women. You got fathers that are messing with their sons' women, and that goes into that too. It says, you know, a father's not supposed to mess with his daughter-in-law, right? That is thy son's nakedness. You see, that's off.
Yeah, P. Diddy. I think P. Diddy wasn't it.
Yeah.
P. Diddy did that. He dated his son's girlfriend after they broke up.
Yeah.
That's off, bro. That's off, man. That's disrespect. You know that's that hurt, bro.
Man, I seen it on TikTok. This dude was like, he got caught sleeping. The son called his father messing with his woman, and then the father was like, "Man, she need a real man. She need a real man." In my mind, I'm like, so.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, damn. So how are you a real man by sleeping with sleeping with your son?
Yeah.
Woman though.
And what example did you leave for him? You a real man by taking your son's
Yeah,
woman?
that was
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's ridiculous, man. And then the son, the thing is now, now the son, what you really should have done is he should have told his son, like, hey, your woman is a harlot. You need to leave her alone. And not deal with the woman ever. If she was willing to mess with you, you should have been like, hey, you need to let that woman go and get you another one, because she's willing to do things carnally with me.
They both were just-
Oh, the woman and the man. I'm saying what he should have done.
Oh.
Yeah, they both was through. The woman and the man.
Yeah.
What he should have done. He should have just never dealt with her in the first place.
The father, according to the scripture, the father should be dealing with his wife as a daughter.
Yep.
He should be
Yep.
dealing with his wife as
Yep.
a daughter, man.
Absolutely. Yep. When actually, keep reading. It's gonna go into that.
It's like,
No, you good, brother.
Leviticus 18:9, it says, the nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
So you ain't supposed to go piping your sister, man. Even if it's, say, in today's like, oh, we got different daddies or we got different mamas. That's your sister. You're not supposed to uncover her nakedness. But in today's society, they got, sleep with your sister, it's all right, man. No, man. You're not supposed to deal with your sister sexually, man.
Verse 10, it says, the nakedness of thy son's daughter, or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness.
So you're not supposed to mess with your son's woman or your daughter, right? And it said, or that daughter's daughter. So your grandchildren. You're not supposed to deal with that. You're not supposed to pipe your granddaughter. Or you're not supposed to, you got a grandson and he got a woman, you're not supposed to touch her either, man. It's certain things that's just off limits, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's common sense. The Lord don't even got to break this down. Like, you just know, like, that ain't right, bro.
It says, verse 11, the nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father, she is thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
That's right. Thy father, wife's daughter. So that's your sister. That's your sister. You're not supposed to deal with her, man.
It says, thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister. She is thy father's near kinswoman.
Yep, that's your aunt. That's your aunt. You're not supposed to deal with your auntie, man. And I don't give a damn how bad your auntie is. I don't give a damn how much money she got, how much she be flirting, none of that. You ain't supposed to touch your aunt, man. You're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of my most beloved family members in my family is my auntie, man. All right? And, auntie cool, but you don't never supposed to look at auntie like that. And the other day, she was like, I look at you like as a son. And I was like, I said, and I treat you as a mother. That's what and we was texting and having that conversation. Even though I be making jokes at her, I be like, I'm the oldest one in the family, right? So I'm technically your uncle. I be making jokes with her, but and she cool as hell. And she's a beautiful woman. But I didn't treat her as a mother. You're never supposed to look at her carnally, man.
Verse 13, it says, thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, for she is thy mother's near kinswoman. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. Thou shalt not approach to his wife, she is thine aunt.
Yep.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law, for she is thy son's wife.
Yep, their daughter-in-law. So your son's woman. If your son got a woman, and so now we get in-laws in relation to the scriptures, because they'll say in-law in Babylon, but the in-law we refer to as the law of the Bible. So by law, your son has a woman, that's your daughter, by the laws of the Bible. Because he married unto that woman, he getting down with her, that's your daughter. You're not supposed to deal with her, man. Even if they don't have children together, right? Because you'll think, because the children is what unites the family, right? Like, now that's my daughter because they got a child, so that's my grandson. No, brother, you're not supposed to deal with her at all because that's your son's wife. That's your son's possession. Sex is marriage. So the marriage is now official, so you're not supposed to deal with her, man. So what that dude doing in that video, Gabar mentioned, that was off, bro. You know, and the Lord gonna deal with him for that. The Lord gonna deal with him and that woman, man. Could you imagine that son's sorrow, man? Knowing your pops piped your woman left you for your father. You never gonna trust your father or
hurt.
women again. He was hurt. You can hear it in his voice.
He was like, "You my dad. You my dad."
The one person you're supposed to look to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, to help you out and look after you and tell you about the schemes of women was the same person that betrayed you, man. All these other women you can get out here and you got my woman?
His woman was popping off at the mouth at him
Yep.
when he found out.
Yep, you ain't good enough for me. You ain't got no time for me. You ain't got enough money.
That's exactly what he said. He
Yep.
was like, "I pay all the bills. I work."
Yep. I work all the time. She like, well, he's available. You know, that's through, man. Yep. The Lord gonna judge them for that, man. And it got publicly recorded. Oh my God, not the world has seen it, but see, the Lord make videos like that so that we can bring it out and let that be known that that's off according to the Bible, man. Because it's one thing to see that dude in his feelings like, you my dad. You know, it's one thing to see that. It was in a gray car. It's like a gray car or something like that. It was like a gray Lexus. Or,
I know they was in the parking lot.
yeah, it was in the
car
parking
was
lot.
nice, though.
Yeah, it was a nice car. You know what I'm saying? But they, you know, the Lord, it's one thing for him to be like, you my dad. But biblically speaking, is it off? Yes. So now we can bring out in the Bible and
I read the point, right?
yeah, you read the point. You know, so hey, man, that's why the Bible is important. You see, in those laws, you ain't gonna find that written down in that detail in the New Testament, right? We can read about inordinate affections and fornication, porneia. Well, of course, we can get it because Old Testament and the New Testament are one. So it's points to back that up. But to have that breakdown in that detail, you're not gonna find that in the New Testament. So you telling me who the world ignorantly calls God changed his mind about that? So in the New Testament, love is all good, but now you can have sex with your mom. Now a father can have sex with his daughter. No, man, that's off.
That should be a crime. Like,
Yes,
you should go to jail.
you should go to jail for that.
That should be a crime.
Yep, absolutely. But see, they'll incriminate you for the wrong things here in America, man. You know, they want people to do stuff like that. That brings more chaos and confusion. But that should be a crime, bro.
Dude should be able to call. I got this recorded. My father is having sex with my woman.
Yep.
She'd be able to call the police.
And they should get
He'd be
locked
able
up.
to get locked up.
Yep.
Both
That-
of their ass.
Locked up and fines. Because in the scriptures, that's punishable by death.
Yeah.
That's why, man. That's why it should at least be a crime in Babylon. Because in the scriptures, that's adultery, man.
All adultery really should be.
Criminal.
Yeah.
It should be criminal.
If
But-
it was like that, it'll be a lot more order.
Yep. That's criminal, man. Hey, how you doing?
I got a scripture. This Proverbs 6:32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Right. So but whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. Right, man. And the Lord gave us understanding according to the Bible. You know, and that's why brothers, you know, woman. If a woman has a man, we leave her ass alone. You know,
Yep.
it's plenty. Like I said, it's plenty fish in the sea, man.
Yep.
You know,
It
it's twice as triple as more women as it is men. That's statistically proven.
Yep.
You know,
Leave them alone, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't good for you, man. You know, and it's not worth your life. It's not worth the Lord killing you because it says jealous. Now, and the crazy thing is, if he would have got mad and put them both to death, he would have got locked up. You see what I'm saying? But biblically speaking, he was in the right. Even if you would have put him to death, you know. But I got excuse me. This is Ecclesiastes 19:2. Wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away, and he that cleaveth to hardness will become impudent. Right. So wine and women make men of understanding fall away. So even let's say even worldly wisdom, right? That's making him fall away. Now you severed your relationship with your son. You severed your relationship with the Heavenly Father. You severed your relationship with your family. Because you imagine when he goes back and tell his family what happened, the whole family is going to say, he ain't shit. The whole family. You stained your name on a woman. You see? A woman that you shouldn't have been touching in the first place, man. You stained your life because if the Lord take him out today, hey, it's justified, bro.
So much for Krimba and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So much for that.
He can't bring her around. Either he can't bring her around. she not gonna be respected, or the son just not gonna come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he always got to ask now, is dad going to be there? You know what I'm saying? That's through as hell. You got to worry about if your dad going to be at the event because you don't ever want to talk to your dad. After something like that, when they say honor your father and your mother, if you never want to talk to your dad again, I understand, bro. That's a justifiable reason for the Lord to do something like that, man. You know, he probably wished harm upon his dad. You know, but it's like, hey, bro, you broken the honor with that one. You know, he's honoring him by not putting him to death and just never talking to him again. That's a sense of honor, real talk, in that kind of situation.
I respect you enough not to put my hands on you.
Yep, I respect you enough to just never see you again, bro. And that situation is justified, man. You know, but this is the problem with Babylon, man. Men have lost their love for their sons. Sons have lost that natural love for their fathers. You know, women have lost complete respect for themselves. So we're living in a wayward society, man, where everything is off, man. Everything is sexualized and hypersexualized, doing anything just to get your ride wet, man.
It's because we're deprived here in Babylon. You know, we're supposed to have wives at a young age. You know, we're supposed to have concubines. That's why you see a lot of our men going out of our wits for women. You know, when they're really not of that value, they're not of that value. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of our men, they'll walk around and they'll think they'll be chasing them all day because they're deprived. But women they know that their value isn't that high. You know, because the society and the system is messed up, man. Our men would be more focused if they were married at a young age. If they had wives, multiple wives, they'll be more focused because they've created a whole market on men getting women. You know, and at the end of the day, that's a sad and pathetic thing. It's like, damn, how do other nations look at this when we're here trying to figure out how can I convince a woman to like me? Like, bro, that's supposed to be the least of your worries, man.
They be having like shows.
Yeah, shows, podcasts, books on how to get a woman. What the hell?
Bro, I wanted to do a lesson on talking about those the guys with the podcast. I've been wanting to do a lesson on that. What's that? Sitting out at all with another man's wife.
Right.
Yeah, if somebody can find that for me, and Q, if you can get it in the Good News translation. I know you got that app on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Sitting out all of another man's wife. You know, because at the end of the day, a lot of that adultery demon is too real in Babylon. That adultery, it's a demon. You hear it, you see it on TV, right? They show you, they try to give you juicy material on TV, so you see adultery on TV all the time. Damn near in every movie, some type of adultery taking place, right? You got or at least, the very least, attempted adultery, right? You see that in everything, man. Even on the new Black Mirror. Remember that dude was trying to, the dude was painting, tried to get down with his woman. You probably ain't got that. Tried to get down with his woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sabotaged his whole relationship just because he couldn't get the woman. Got his family he put his family to death.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And in that first episode, it was too.
Yep, adultery on the first.
He
Joan
kissed-
is awful.
He kissed at the table. He kissed
yeah.
that woman at the table.
Oh yeah. He was trying to get her back, trying to
Yeah.
steal her from her man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all of that be adultery running rampant, bro. All in your music, adultery, man. Hey, and that ain't just hip hop either, man. All of these types of music genres be having adultery in it. R&B got adultery in it. Country even be having adultery in it, man. You know, less likely, but they be having adultery in it, man.
The image of the beast.
Rod Wave, though.
Yeah, my man's Rod Wave ain't got no adultery in his tracks.
Yeah.
You know, he talking about marrying you a woman. I give you that. You know, Wave got some tracks, but you know, he don't be talking about adultery though. You know, which is good because we're in a society that's set on adultery, man. Why do you think it's a prize to stick your rod where another man has already been? Jeremiah, what's that, 3:1? It says, "Is not that land greatly polluted, man?" You know, that's like somebody that's a stranger to you, right? Drink something and you got the dregs of it, and you like, hey yo, you just drink after him.
Yeah.
That's disgusting, bro.
At the bottom of that pop can.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? You getting nothing but this man's backwash. So where another man's been, you shouldn't want to go plow that down, man. You know, matter of fact, even in the scriptures, when they had a concubine, right, it said she been taking a spoil of war. But he said, hey, man, you got to leave her, what, 30, 60 days? Cut her hair, pare her nails, let her soak in oils. She got to rejuvenate something. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to just go and, dude, a man to be getting down with his woman. Then you got the side dude coming in, trying to get down the same day.
She just got done topping off her husband.
Yep. All it skeeted in her mouth. And she come and kiss you, and you cool with it. You see, this is Babylon, man. This is off, man. You know? Go ahead, Al. You can get it in the KJV first, Gabar. When you holding it, yeah, get that in the KJV, and then we're gonna bring it out in the good news, man. But you got to that adultery demon. You got to stay away from it, man. That flesh, it'll consume you. Go ahead, read the KJV first.
Yep, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 9, start at 8. It says, turn away thy eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another beauty.
Yep, hey, turn the eye from a beautiful woman, man. Now, yeah, it says a beautiful woman cheered the countenance, and there's nothing better. Of course, man. But if she getting to the point, hey, when you seduced, man, right, that succubus spirit, and you can't control yourself, and you willing to do anything for it, that woman ain't good for you, man. So turn your eye from it. That, we'll get that in the kingdom where a woman just drop dead gorgeous, man. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, if she thinks she too high in this place, so if she thinks she too bad and beautiful, she gonna go and do something crazy, man. She got to be a humble woman. Go ahead.
It says, for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman.
Right. Many men have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, man. A woman to be looking good and you getting deceived. But these women will set you up, man. These women, they'll try to entrap you for life with child support. Women will try to trap you up with a disease. Women will try to they'll try to divorce you and take all your money and alimony, right? Women will try to give you children and now you locked her for life. So many things women will try to do, man. Don't be deceived. Hey, what they say? Don't trust a big butt and a smile, man. So you don't trust the beauty of a woman. That's a trap, man. It says, for more than death, I find bitter the woman, man. The woman is more bitter than death. It says her hands are as bands and snares, man. Go ahead.
For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, for herewith love is kindled as a fire.
Love's kindled as a fire, man. You're just burning. You're just burning and you don't know how to complain. And brother, I done been there too. I done been burning to the point where I got to pray to the Lord, bro. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So for real, bro, it happens. Some woman that she got them pheromones, you just really attracted to. Shit, you walk past her, you smell that, bro, and I done been like that. I'm like, I got to get away from this bitch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how about Shema Shai help me get this woman off of me and away from me? So I stop looking at her that way. You got to, bro, because certain women, you would just get enticed, bro. You got to pray. You got to fight that flesh. That's a fight that a lot of brothers don't want to admit. You know how you get when you see a woman you like, man. You like, man, I gotta have this broad.
She just your type.
She perfect. You like, this bitch is perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get away from that, bro.
I done had to change the vibration of a conversation because of that.
Elder Yashawamba said, get away from a woman that got your nose open. Yeah. When she got your nose wide open, stay away from her, bro. You got to get a woman that you kind of like. You know what I'm saying? You can't get no woman that bitch is like the baddest bitch I ever seen. You can't have that right here in Babylon. Cause she gon' jack you up. She'll take you away from the truth. Or you gonna be manly as hell and you gonna lose her. One or the other. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Sit not at all with another man's wife.
Sit not at all with another man's wife, bro. I gotta tell the brothers, I'll keep it real. I got a chick in my job. She cool. She cool as hell. But she be like, she got a man. And she be like, yeah, you want to go and grab lunch? I tell her ass no every single time. I told her I don't get down like that. I tell her you got a man. But that's Satan. She even gets to the point like, no, we going to lunch. Who the fuck you talking to? No, we not.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But that's Satan, bro. But you got to be able to fight that demon, man.
It says, nor sit with her in thy arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thy heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou shalt fall into destruction.
Yep, if she come in there crying, you can't just be all hugging her for 20 minutes, rubbing her soul. It said don't even go to her. Oh, if you go to her with that wine, it's over. If you already like her and you drinking that wine, you know what I'm saying? It says, unless thy soul be inclined unto her. Now you like, man, I'm really feeling this broad, man. And you like, hey, man, you know, you praying like, hey, Lord, just have mercy on me. I got to do it. Nah, Lord gonna jack your ass up because you knew better.
Right.
No matter how beautiful she is, no matter how cool she is. And guess what? She's still going back to her man that night and gonna get down on him. And she gonna come back to you and you make it sound like you got it made. Thinking that she gonna leave him for me. That's stupid as hell, man.
That's what you always think.
Yeah.
But as soon as you hit once or twice, she gonna start feeling guilty. You know what I'm saying? She gonna stop calling, picking up your phone. I'm just talking about, you know, back in the world. They gonna stop picking up your phone because and then now you got egg in your face. Like, damn, what's up?
She know who her husband is.
She know who her husband is.
She know
man.
she
You were
stand
just
with
a
her
fling.
Yeah.
Lust.
You just there because her husband ain't giving her a couple little things that she want her attention. The husband ain't giving her attention she want, so she went off and got it from you. But she don't want to be with you. You ain't the man she want to be with. She just want to fulfill her fleshly desires to use you. And hey, brothers, you got to get to the point in your life where you getting tired of being used by women. You know, you get tired of being used and abused by women. You got to get to that point in your life where you're not looking at them the same way, man. Stop sticking your mama thon in every kubah, man. Stop sticking your rod in every vagina, man. All right, those Hebrew words. That's some Hebrew education for the day, man. Mama thon that's the rod of a man, and kubah, that's a woman's vagina. Don't stick your mama thon in every kubah, man. It ain't worth it. You know, I told a brother the other day, man, stop sticking your rod in women that ain't worthy, man. Unworthy women. We know who we are, man. Just to get your fucking rocks off, you sleeping with a goddamn 2 that's fat as hell with 5 kids just so you can get your rod wet, man. Bro, we gods now. Stop doing that shit, man. You sleeping with a fat ass 3 out of 10 just because you want to get something, bro. You got dudes in the world sleeping with sodomites just so they can get their rod wet, bro. We know who we are now, bro. We are men of value. Treat yourself as such, man. You know, if gold, the Lord says we're going to be likened unto fine gold. If you take gold and you mingle it with goddamn tin, it ain't the same substance no more, bro. So get your value up, brothers.
We got, it's like, I be speaking to a woman and I'm like, man, you don't even know how much wisdom, you know, you can gain, that you can get around me, just being with me. But I'm not going to give them that until I'm for sure that, okay, she with me. But if she not with me like that, I'm not trying to give her wisdom like that.
And I know the harlot conversation, but I'm talking about women that you got intention on just getting down with or potentially being with. Use more wisdom, man. All right. Shit, but even harlots too. Be careful, because it says a man loses all his substance dealing with harlots. He becomes impudent. Your mind will jack you up if you just always doing that. You'll lose all your money and you lose all your wisdom. So even being circumspect about dealing with harlots, man. But go ahead, Q.
This is Sirach 9 in the Good News Translation. I'm going to start at 6. Since you're talking about harlots, it says, don't give yourself to prostitutes, or you may lose everything you own.
See, you'll lose all your substance. Lose everything you own, man. Especially like a high-level harlot escort. She coming for that bag. She ain't just trying to. She gonna be hitting you up what you need. She'll give you the girlfriend treatment, they call it. You know what I'm saying? So hey, you'll lose all your substance. Even if you got low means and using that, you be like, and then after you be like, fuck, man, why did I just drop that 100?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why did I do that? Your ass, you was in there fucking 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and lost 100 for nothing. It don't even feel good, man.
You hop in the whip, you turn the key, gas on reserve. You like,
Yeah, I could have got gas. I could have got
I just spent
meal.
$140 less than an hour.
Yeah. Oh, and then it like real talk, like it don't feel the same hitting a woman that you just trying to get your rocks off versus somebody you fuck with. It ain't the same vibration. You know what I'm saying? Because after somebody you fuck with, you know, your wife, a woman that you like a lot, when you dealing with her, you like, hey, at least if I gotta spend money, I feel like it was deserved. You know what I'm saying? All right, if I had to buy her some food or drive some gas to see her, hey, it's dignified. You know what I'm saying? But shit, afterwards you do something abroad you don't care about. Even abroad that just don't mean nothing. You gotta get a bottle, you gotta get gas. You know what I'm saying? You like, God damn, this is a waste of my time,
but a
man.
girl who really mess with you, she gonna reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? She gonna, nah, I got it. Oh, you need something? Here you go. You know, that's a woman that messes with you, that deals with you, man. Who cares for you just as much as you care for her.
verse 7, it says, so don't go looking about in the streets or wandering around in the rundown parts of town.
And this is what Jake do. Hey, I used to do it. I don't do it no more. I used to do it. Right, read that one more time, huh?
Verse 7, it says, so don't go looking about in the streets or wandering around in the rundown parts of town.
And Jake said Broadway. Yep, that's where the harlots be at. Over here on Broadway, it's run down. You looking out for the streetwalkers, man. You know? Yeah, you looking out for the streetwalkers because you know you can get it for the low. She can top you off real quick. You can get it for the low. You know, don't go driving around in the random in the spiritual. That street is called Broadway. Y'all know I be calling women broads. You know what I'm saying? Broadway. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but it says enter into the straight gate. You know? Don't go into the Broadway, man.
What Morgan Wallace said, leave them Broadway girls alone.
Yep, leave them Broadway girls alone. That's right. And that's a country track for y'all. But all right, leave them Broadway girls alone. Don't be driving around because you like, hey, man, I'm strapped for cash. I'm just trying to get right. I'm just trying to get right. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and do this. No, brother, don't do that to yourself. The Lord said don't do it. Go ahead.
Verse 8. No, that was...
Yeah, you
verse
start.
8.
Yeah.
It says, when you see a good-looking woman, look the other way. Don't let your mind dwell on the beauty of any woman who is not your wife.
You see that? It says when you see a beautiful woman, look the other way, man. You know?
It says,
You keep looking. It said when you see a beautiful woman, you look the other way, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, she'll do things to your mind, man. She'll seduce you. You know, she'll seduce you, man. And once that seduction and that spirit come upon you, you start doing foolish things, man. You know, so this is more so about the men and their nature towards the women. This ain't really about the woman. This is about men and their nature towards the women and how you're supposed to conduct yourself, man. And see, these are things that why a father is important. Well, you weren't taught. I ain't never had a hardly conversation with my pops. I ain't never had a conversation with, my pops would say things like, hey, keep punching that monkey. He'll say shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Making sure we was always liking women and things like that. Our pops was doing that, but certain conversations your pops wasn't having with you, but the Lord is having with us, right? The Lord is telling us what you can and can't do, man. That's the difference. So that's why this Bible is important. Conversations that a son may not have with his father, but now when you're in the truth, if your pops is in the truth, you can talk to him about this, but if your pops ain't got the knowledge, you be like, Pops, hey, how you feel about beautiful women? Hey, get that bitch. Go bag her, son. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Pops, how you feel about harlots? How you feel about harlots? Hey, come on, we gonna drive and go get something on the street right now. You know what I'm saying? But the scriptures say don't go in that way looking for him, man. Using wisdom. That's you. Go ahead, brother.
It says, many men have been led astray by a woman's beauty.
Many men have been led astray by a woman's beauty, man. A woman, that beauty is like poison, bro. They're like how Beyonce was looking at one concert and then she turned to a demon. You know what I'm saying? That beauty can be your way down a deep, dark tunnel. And shit, we all love beautiful women, man. Of course, we men and Lord, of course we love beautiful women. We can't wait for the kingdom of heaven. But shit, man, your brothers know, I be quick. I'm like, claim. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man, at the end of the day, we want that for the kingdom of heaven, not for here, man. Because now we don't even know what true beauty is anymore. All these women wearing makeup. All these women got umbrellas on. All these women wearing weave, right? We're long and fake nails. All of the beauty of a woman is deceived now. So we don't know what's real beauty anymore because they hide it. It's a mask they put on every day, man. So when you see beauty, you do know, like, that's a beautiful woman right there. She natural, that's a beautiful woman. But this society has made vanity at the top where a beautiful woman, they got to have on hella makeup. That ain't the way beauty is. The beauty standard of the world is not the beauty standard of the Lord, man.
See these women on Instagram, then you see them in real life, you like, man, it don't even match.
Them dudes be putting up them videos. You ever see when they look at the phone and then they look at the woman? It's like she don't look nothing like she do on Instagram, bro. That's just a trick to reel you in and hope that they look alike. They be looking terrible in real life.
It says, many men have been led astray by a woman's beauty. It kindles passion as if it were fire.
It
Do
can go ahead, brother.
Do not sit down to eat with another man's wife, or join her for a drink.
Yep. See, so it says, do not sit down with another man's wife, man. So when a man got a woman, you're not supposed to be looking at her and googly eyed and going out and taking lunch with her and eating with her and dealing with her. That's another man's woman. You're not supposed to do that, man. But society and all the rap songs, oh, I'll take his bitch. You see? Take his woman. You know, your girl coming with me.
Or a lot of times in the world, like a man to go to jail, then
man.
his homeboy
Yeah.
start messing with his woman, go out to dinner with her, like that shit off.
Yeah, that shit through. But I will say, you dudes that go to jail, hey, that ain't your woman no more. I'm going to keep it real, bro. It's sad to say, man, unless you had a woman of the Lord prior to you going in there, that ain't your woman no more, bro. She already piping somebody else the week you went out. Yep. She knew once she heard you got 10, 15 years. A woman, it's hard to be a woman to be in a 10, 15-year relationship, and she see him every day.
Yeah.
How much more, and you locked away somewhere, and she'll never see you, not get the only attention she get from you, she got to make a paid phone call to see you once every 3 weeks in person, and she can't do nothing with you. Once you get locked up, that ain't your woman no more. I'm sorry to say it, brothers. You know what I'm saying? You might be satisfied with just the fact that she's just talking to you and you content with that. Cool, but expect and know that she's dealing with another man.
Even if you got bread and she can come into the cell, that still ain't enough.
Nope. Even if you got bread and you taking care of all her needs on the outside, she's still gonna deal with another man. She got an empty home. She's still gonna deal with another man. That same goes with like all of the army dudes who go off in the war. Those are people so-called fighting for the country, and the women don't even remain loyal. And they coming back after a year or two. You see? So how much more a dude that's in jail? She's rejected your notion of being a man. She now look at you like you ain't worth it no more. She's like, you got caught. You know, who knows what you gonna be doing in there? So hey man, that's a lost cause. It's sorry to say, but it is what it is. But you got it out.
It says, don't sit down to eat with another man's wife, or join her for a drink. You may give in to the temptation of her charms and be destroyed by your passion.
Sheesh. She'll get you, that flesh. She'll be out there trying to put all the moves on you. She knows, because she knows she got a man. So that night, if she drinking, she feeling a little good, she gonna try to put all the game on you, man. She knows she like you. She gonna be flirting with you. She gonna be what do they say? Signs you know a woman is likes you. She flirt with you. She touches you. And women do all the time. She laugh at all your jokes and she play with her hair. That's how you know if a woman really feeling you, if she doing those things, man. You know, so you shouldn't be there in the first place to even identify it. You know, but these are characteristics that the Lord shows us, things that we should do and not do, so that we know how to keep ourselves saved from destruction. You know, so hey, brothers, carry yourself in a more dignified manner. You know, stop trying to be adulterers out here. That's a big crime when you're dealing with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? Hey, even Job said, if I've dealt wrongly and slept with another man's wife, let mine grind upon another. You know, so he's like, hey, that makes Job say he never committed adultery before. That was Job's recognition, saying he never committed adultery. And we come in that same stead to hope and pray that we never do it either, man. Go ahead, brother. By the way, if you commit adultery, Apostle R said you automatically out Great Millstone if you commit adultery, man. That means you separated from the body for a woman. You got it, brother.
Galatians 5, verse 16. It says, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. All right, walk in the spirit so you don't fulfill the lust of the flesh. Even if you can't, even if, you know, if it's by chance that you have to sit by this woman and she has a husband, y'all may spark a good conversation. You always have to be in the spirit, man. All right, and not fulfill the lust of the flesh, man. All right, you have to use righteous judgment, man. When all else fails, man, follow the spirit. Judge by the spirit. All right, make a spiritual decision. Don't make a carnal decision. Make a spiritual decision. Okay? And the scripture says, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. But you have to follow the Spirit, man. You have to judge by the Spirit, man. If you follow the flesh, man, you're gonna fall to it. All right, because this flesh is corruptible, man. We put on the incorruptible spirit of the Lord. We're making a righteous judgment, man. When you're dealing with women, you gotta, even if it's questionable, you have to deal in the spirit.
The women say, "Oh, it's complicated."
It's over.
I don't deal with complicated.
She just slept with him the other week.
Right.
You don't want to deal with a woman like that.
Yep, he piping her down every day, but he don't call her girlfriend.
Right.
So she's like, that ain't my man. It's complicated. No, she got a man. She just don't want to tell you because you might be a better opportunity. But that's off, man.
That's why they call it monkey branching. We not really into we not into monkey branching. That's what women are into. They're into monkey branching. They may still have a man, but they start dealing with another man because they start to see the relationship with the first man is dwindling.
Hypergamy. They want something better. This is Leviticus 20:10. It says, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. You see, so the Lord says if you commit adultery, you're going to surely be put to death. Yeah, that man might not have done it, even though it says jealousy is the rage of the man. But the Lord going to deal with you, man. Once you come into the knowledge of find out, like, shit, I did it when I was in the world, but shit, I ain't know no better, man. Even though you really did. In the spirit, you still knew better, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you just didn't give a fuck. But now you at the point where you got to care. You have to care what the Lord thinks, man. You have even caring for your fellow man. What is a man's most prized possession besides his word? It's going to be his woman.
Hey, man, your life is on the line.
Even what do they call a nice woman? They call her a trophy wife.
Yeah.
They even say that. So that's a prized possession. This is Leviticus 20:11. It says, and the man that lieth with his father's wife hath uncovered his father's nakedness. Both of them shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death. They have wrought confusion. Their blood shall be upon them. So the Lord is letting you know those unlawful sexual relationships that people are doing, there's going to be a judgment befalling for you and your errors and your ways, man. Right? It says a wicked man findeth excuse according to his folly. Like, hey, but she loved me, bro. You sleep with another man's woman. She loved me, bro. That's why you dudes got to be careful when you out here, man. Everybody, of a man not in the truth, he trying to get down with your woman. If a man is not in the truth, he trying to get down with your woman. But we know sleeping with another man's woman is off, man, and the Heavenly Father judges you for that. You're not supposed to have sex with another man's woman. Point blank, period, man. It's not that hard to understand.
Look at the rapper Trouble.
Shit, you barely want another man putting on your shoes. And you know what I'm saying? You ever put trouble with another man putting on? You don't even want another man putting on, unless it's a brother. Do not put your feet in my shoes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a brother, do not put your feet in my shoes. And so you never. That's why I say to the brothers, even though they already know this, I was like, hey, brother, anything in my house is yours, brother, except my woman. Whatever the fuck else you want in this house, go right ahead, brother. You need to use the bathroom. You got to use the shower. You want to throw a necklace on real quick. Hey, brother, do whatever you got to do. But the one thing that's off limits is your woman, man.
This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes, chapter 17, verse 25. I'm going to start at 24. It says, But unto them that repent, he granted them return and comforted those that failed in patience. Return unto the Lord and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less. So coming to this truth, we gotta think with our spirit, more than we thinking with the flesh, all right, and try to offend Yahweh Shema Shai less and less, man. All right, and adultery, man. You are offending Yahweh Shema Shai, and that's worthy of death, man. All right, so us coming to this knowledge, we gotta try to offend less, walking on eggshells, man. All right, being cautious, about every move that we make.
It's Romans 8:13. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. Right?
And committing adultery, living after the flesh. All right, Romans 6:23. It says, "For the wages of sin is death." All right, and adultery is a sin worthy of death.
To be carnally minded is death, but to be
Spiritually minded is life and peace.
Life and peace.
Yep. It says, but if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live.
Right, so mortify goes back into killing off. So we got to kill off the characteristics which we was doing in the world. All right, we committed adultery in the world. We smoke. Doing all the things that's wicked according to the Bible. Now that we in the truth and we're a new creature, right? We're supposed to kill off those things. Adultery is something pushed in the Jake culture, quote unquote. Because what does your favorite rapper speak about? Committing adultery. What is your favorite R&B? What is your favorite singer sing about? Committing adultery. These women's favorite artists, speaking about getting over on a man, finessing the man out of the bag, right? So all these things, we have to kill off.
Hey, the brother's about to get the word adultery in the blue letter. I'm gonna see what it is in the Hebrew. So,
God, that's in the Ten Commandments too.
yep, thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not covet another man's possessions. It says in the book of Sirach, it says that to get a wife is to get a possession. Let's see, we got na'ap. Na'ap. The word for adultery is na'ap. And it says to commit adultery, usually a man, always with wife of another. Adultery, obviously idolatrous worship, right? That's the first adultery is doing what you will with another doctrine, another god, right? Mark. It says adulterous, women that break wedlock. So na'ap. So it says, and that's what it'll say in the Ten Commandments, right? Thou shalt not commit adultery. La'ah na'ap. No adultery, brother. Don't do it. That'll keep it. Really talk like that's a lot of men's motive, right? Being engulfed in the flesh by other women. That's why you, of course, now, in your point of life, you do shit for yourself and for the Lord and for the brothers and the ministry. But when it comes to your woman, you like, hey, shit, let's be real. Why you get a haircut, right? Of course, being groomed and we got short hair, but most time you make it look good so that it can be appealing to the opposite sex, right? Because if that was the case, you would just chop your shit and not care. You would just chop that shit off, right? But you do it because you want it to be appealing to the opposite sex, right? You go and get a job, obviously, so you can pay your bills and things like that. But also, you want to have the finances to be able to provide for the opposite sex. And you want to do something with the opposite sex. But now, at this point in your life, you got to realize, shit, my hard-earned dollars, I ain't giving them away to broads, man. Unless it's my wife, I ain't just giving my money. I was telling Brother Gabar the other day, I'm like, I ain't taking no random broads or no dates. You know what I'm saying? I got to be feeling you, man. Shit, if we do go somewhere, we can go somewhere, park or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I got to really be feeling you. And the thing is, I like stuff like that. When I was earlier in the truth, I used to like dates and going nice places and shit. I still like doing that. I'll go with the brothers anytime, Salaki. I'll go with the brothers anytime. Hey, brothers, I want to go check out this new spot. You know what I'm saying? Brothers pay for me and shit. I pay for them. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, let's go, man. But see, that's how we got the natural love in our hearts to provide and to give and to go to nice places. But you don't want to do it with women that's just trying to absorb and take from you, man. It's far too many times I done, been in nice places, take people nice places and done nice things, and they betray you and do you wrong, man.
Taking that bitch out to eat. She on Snapchat, taking pictures of that.
Yep.
Or TikTok.
Never take a picture of you.
Never take a picture of you.
Let me be doing it. This girl, my daughter, she said, "Yeah, I'm openly dating." I said, "What does that mean?" She said, "I go on dates with different men.
Yep.
Let them take me out to eat."
Yep.
So women be scheming on that just for that free meal.
Just for the free meal. And they'll lie and say that's not why they're doing it, but they'll never have money to pay for it. But they'll order all the shit they can't normally get. She getting abominations, getting shrimp, lobster, crab, the fanciest shit, want all the drinks, they expect you to pay for it, man. You know, that's just through, man. But a chick told me that years ago. She was like, yeah, I'll let a guy take me out to eat. She's like, I'm gonna get a free meal. I'll let him take me out to eat. You see, so you gotta, your mindset gotta change about the women that you dealing with, man. You know, weird. So you gotta, you can't just be giving your all. Even real talk, modern day dating is modern day prostitution. Modern day, let me say that again. Modern day dating is modern day prostitution, because women don't go out with you anymore for your character. They want to know what kind of job you got, how much money you got, where you gonna take them. You tell a broad, hey, I'm gonna go to this hole in the wall spot and we gonna grab some food. The food will be banging, but she'll be like, nah, I don't want to go. She'll be like, take me to fucking Rocco's Tacos. Take me somewhere nice.
Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake, yeah. Take me to cheesecake. You know? That's how they do, man. You know, but the scriptures warn us about these things, man. The Lord is letting us know how to gird up ourselves as men and how to conduct ourselves, you know? So I ain't saying nothing wrong going on dates. Like I said, I like doing them shits. But unworthy women, no longer, man. No more.
It's 1 John 2, starting at 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Right? Because this world is completely
adverse to the ways of what the kingdom of heaven is going to be like. All right, Job 9:24. This earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So right now, the wicked, his policies, his philosophies, his way of living is pushed upon even 2/3 of our people. All right, that's why John 8 chapter says, "Ye are of your father the devil." Right, and it says verse 16, and also, you know, when you read in 1 Corinthians the 11th chapter, you go into the order of things. All right, first is who you call God, and then His only begotten Son, and then the man, and then the woman. But this world is completely upside down. You got the woman that's running the household. You got the woman who's calling the shots. Every Netflix series that you watch is driven by women, right? All your Marvel characters now are women, right? You even my son be watching Spider-Man, and now you got the woman spider. I forgot what the bitch name was.
Woman spider and Dr. Octopus is a woman.
Oh yeah, Dr. Octopus is a woman.
Yeah.
Right?
You
So
can't
that's
do
it.
that.
Dr. Octopus?
He was definitely a man,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Dr. Octopus is never a woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they ruining it all, bro.
Yeah.
Woman worship on everything.
And then the Dr. Octopus, she got the rebellious
The mohawk.
haircut. Yeah, she got
With the shave.
She got the hair on one side, and then she got the other side.
I think it's dyed too. It might be pink
yeah,
or some
and
shit.
then like the other side is like real low.
Yeah.
That's that rebellion right there. Verse 16, and it says, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh." Right. And who's the king of the lust of the flesh? Esau, Edom. All right, because did he not sell his birthright because he was hungry? All right, sold it for that pottage. So hey, that spirit is being pushed upon our people. All right, lust of the flesh. You know, where I got to commit adultery. You know, I'm gonna take this man's woman. Right, and it says, "And the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world." Right, because hey, you know, we don't move off of lust. All right, we move according to the Spirit. All right, the Scripture says, Galatians the 6th chapter. What's that? 6. He said,
You're not you walk in the spirit.
yeah. You walk in the Spirit, you should not fulfill the lust of the flesh, man. You know, we're coming into a time when we're gonna have to be making spiritual decisions. You know, because these times, you know, we're gonna suffer persecution. You know, we're gonna get casted into prison. We're gonna be pilgrims. You know, we're not gonna know where our next meal is coming from. But if we moving off of the flesh, you know, we're gonna be easily susceptible into receiving the mark. All right.
You know, so that's how you gotta, because you gotta think to yourself, what benefit is this gonna bring? What is this gonna bring if I react to this in the flesh? Is it gonna benefit me? Is it gonna make anything better? No, so I just don't react to it. I don't give unto it. You know.
Yep, and that's the importance. You know, people don't see like the bigger picture. Like, you know, we learn to operate off the Spirit. You know, a brother might be wanting a woman.
Right.
You know, but hey, the Lord was being like, you know, it ain't your time yet. You know, just be patient. You know, so
you just go out there and, commit adultery because you burning your flesh, man. And next thing the Lord done plagued you with a disease. The
Lord don't
nigga done shot you down, right? Because you moving off the flesh.
The Lord don't show you. As soon as you make that mistake, all you had to do was wait just a little bit longer.
Yep.
He would have shown you that woman that was just about to mess with you, but you messed up in your heart and your mind.
Yep.
Like, damn, the Lord shows you things, man. If you just be patient, He's gonna bring it to you. But in His time, not yours.
And for all you brothers, let me get the scripture real quick. For all you brothers out there,
Get it?
yeah, get 1 Corinthians 7. And I want you to read, it's 2 verses that I want you to read.
I got you. I know which one to take that.
First I want you to read 1,
Okay.
and then I want you to read, the seek not
27.
27. Yep. Verse 1, and then read verse 27.
All right. So, all right. This First Corinthians 7:1. Now concerning the things whereof he wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
Yep. So this was, you had the Corinthians writing to Apostle Paul. He says, hey, it is good for you not to even touch a woman. And so when you go into that word touch, it don't literally mean touch, right? It goes into sexual relations, right? Carnal relations with a woman, right? Because you can bump into a woman. That don't mean, what he said about touch. But hey, shit, even touching a woman can get you enticed, man. You pat a woman on the back, you feel her fucking bra. Just touching the bra can get you fucking excited, man. You know what I'm saying? You tap that bra because, hey, shit only take one hand to pop that fucking bra. You know what I'm saying? But doing shit like that, it can get you enticed, man. But he's talking about having carnal relations with a woman. He said, read that again, Barbara Sean.
1 Corinthians 7:1. Now concerning the things whereof he wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
It's good for a man not to touch a woman. Why? Is he saying this because Apostle Paul don't like women? No, man. He loves women, man. He loves women. Of course he wants women, but he's realizing this time that we're in, man. The time that we're in, you got to beware of women. We got a mission to do. We got a goal to do. A lot of them mess you up. A lot of them will take you off the course, take you off the path. So it's good for you just not to do those type of wicked things when it comes to a woman. There was another one that I wanted you to get to. 2 is a good one. Yeah, 2 is a good one, but I'm trying to stick with the message. The one that's talking about yeah, that's it. But there's one more in there that I want you to get. Pleasing the Lord, pleasing the church, pleasing his wife, pleasing the church.
Oh, that's a little bit.
Yeah. So we can read 27. We'll jump to that one.
I had that blue letter for that touch.
Okay. Yeah. Kind. Well, it's a Greek word, so you can press the button.
G680.
Optima.
Optima.
Okay, so it says to fasten oneself to, adhere to, cling to.
Cling to, right? But they say, oh, you clingy. But go ahead.
It says of carnal intercourse with a woman or cohabitation.
Right, of carnal intercourse with a woman or cohabitation. So that means even living with a woman, So this is the thing. Of you don't just be living with no woman that you don't really love, man. That's not your wife, man. You see? So he says that's what he means by touch. Land carnally. He said, I will that you don't even touch a woman. But I know you can read verse 2 so for the understanding.
Okay, 1 Corinthians 7:2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband.
Right. So the reason I said I was trying to stick to the point, because at the end of the day, yeah, you can go and get you one. But I'm talking about the brothers who not getting no women, or who have forsaken women, or just leaving them alone for now. That's why I didn't want to bring out 2. But it says, nevertheless, to avoid fornication. So fornication means to avoid illicit sexual acts, right? In order to do that, get your own woman, right? So if you feel like you about to commit adultery, right? Because you be burning too much. So the Lord's like, hey, well, in that situation, pray to the Lord, like, Lord, I need me a wife because I'm tempted to do something that I don't want to do. And the Lord will bless you with that. But at the same time, you got to be careful because you know when it comes to that, it's going to become more responsibility, right? But to avoid you from doing things that are adverse to the ways of the Lord, he said, let a man get a woman.
Jump down.
Yeah, but Bar wanted to say something.
I just want to speak because one thing I've noticed about this weekend, or for the past week, I've heard it twice. Somebody was saying it. People in the world, they was like, "Yeah, man, it's YOLO. You only got one life." That type of mentality causes you to please the flesh, man. All right, and focus more on the flesh. Want to consume,
Yep.
because you thinking in your mind that this is the only life that we gonna have.
Yep.
But when you return into the Lord, you get the understanding that this is not the only life that you have. All right, and then you've lived many lives. All right, and we have an everlasting life, an everlasting kingdom to come. So just as the Lord, came as himself. He sacrificed a lot, man. He sacrificed having a family. He sacrificed having women. All right, he sacrificed riches because he knew he had a job to do. So that's why we're comforted in the spirit, knowing, okay, we can give up those things in this life because we have a life coming. We have the Lord coming, and we're getting ready to receive those things 100-fold, man.
Yep.
So what's wrong with just sacrificing this life and serving the Lord, man?
Yep. That's Matthew 19. It speaks about that. But y'all got it?
Go ahead and bring it out real quick. Matthew 19:29. And everyone that hath forsaken houses or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life.
That's right. So you got men that are forsaking women, right, to live in the life of a eunuch, forsaking women and not dealing with them, man, because it's more of a headache in Babylon than it is a peace, a pillar of rest. It's more of a headache. So it's like, man, I'd rather just leave them alone, man. It give you too many problems, man. I always say that, man. When the bad start to outweigh the good, you need to cut that shit off, man. But at the end of the day, that's your woman, and some men like them problems, man. But I can't deal with that shit, But the brother Bar brought out a good point. The problem in Babylon is everybody think that this is the time to get it. So it's like, if I see that woman, I ain't gonna never see her again. I need to bag her now. But we storing our treasures in heaven. We like, hey, Lord, hey, I'll just claim her right now, and Lord willing, she'll be my woman in the kingdom of heaven. And then you're gonna be able to enjoy her the way you want to, man. And then the thing about it, she gonna be chasing you. You ain't gonna have to go out and do all the crazy stuff. She gonna be wanting you, man. And Kevin Gates wicked, but he said something that was on point though. He says, bees. He said flowers don't chase bees; they just be. You know what I'm saying? Right. So a flower is just being. They just are. They just be themselves, and then the bees come automatically. You see what I'm saying? So that's gonna be the same way we are. We're gonna be the men of the Lord willing, and then the women are just gonna come. You see? So don't get caught up in that. Man.
The scripture where it says, look at the lilies. Don't they spin?
They
and
toil.
Not toil. Right? Don't the Lord take care of them?
Yep. Don't they toil in array? And what he said, what is most beautiful like unto this?
Right.
So yeah, man, that is what it is, bro. But back to that Corinthians, Baba Kashar.
This 1 Corinthians 7, jumping to 27, it says, "Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loose. Art thou loose from a wife? Seek not a wife."
That's right. See, so he said, art thou bound with a wife? Seek not to be loose. You got dudes that'll be like, oh man, I really don't want to be with my woman no more. I want to be broken up. I don't want to be by myself, And then you got other men, on the other end. It says, art thou loose? Seek not to be bound, man. So if you ain't got a woman right now, it's all good, bro. Hey, what Bob Marley say? No woman, be happy. You know what I'm saying? No woman, no cry. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, just because you ain't got no woman, hey, now the scriptures do say a man that have no wife will go up and down mourning. So I understand that. But at the same time, bro, hey, and he's going to read why it's important for you to focus on put the main thing is when you don't got a woman, man.
The scripture's really saying, it ain't no, you're going to catch hell regardless. You're going to catch hell if you don't, then you're going to catch hell if you do have a woman. So ain't none of them, no better than the other, really.
Well, the wife a little bit better. But you got your own problems. That's the thing, because the scriptures do say a man is not supposed to be alone. Right. You know what I'm saying? So women, the woman was made for the man. So at the end of the day, now on a comparison scale, I get it, because you're going to have more headaches, you're going to have more problems, you got to use more money, all those type of things. But every man naturally wants a woman. So that's why one is technically better. Every man wants a woman. Any man to say, I just don't want no woman, he's lying to you. Right? So but ain't no man with a woman that say, I never want another woman. So that's how you know one is, huh?
Escobar did.
No, he's talking about in Babylon though.
All right.
He's not talking about the kingdom of heaven. I'm saying ain't no man that's just saying, I never want to deal with women ever again. That's how you know every man wants a woman. It's just they realize the sacrifice that they're willing to make because these women here are through. But having a woman technically, if she's in her right mind, it is better. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, brother.
Verse 28. But and if thou marry.
Oh no, this is the one where it said,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's 1 Corinthians 7:32. But I will have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belong to the Lord,
Yep.
how he may please the Lord. But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife.
That's right. So if you're unmarried, if you don't got a woman, now you can focus on your Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Now you can do all the things how you can please the Lord, man. You know, you can do more in-depth videos. You can check up on the brothers and see how they doing. You can spend more time with Akim. You can do more spiritual things. You can burn more incense. You know what I'm saying? You can do all of those type of things. You can spend more time with yourself, go to places and natural reserves and parks and meditate on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So you see how you can please the Lord, right? But it says him that have a wife, he seek how to please his woman. You know, but this goes, brother, just because you got a woman, your goal still got to be to please the Lord too, right? But at the end of the day, when you got a woman, you like, all right, hey, you always got to make sure you got that balance. But a man don't got no woman, he like, hey, I can put all my eggs in the Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. I don't got to worry about, hey, who calling me and all of this kind of stuff and how I can help out my woman if she needs something, you know?
You know, and then added to that, sometimes, you know, I desire, you know, there's moments where I'm like, man, you know, I desire to have a woman. You know, but through the Spirit, it just hasn't been working out because I'm just not coming across one that is like, I'm always coming across harlots and women who have men. But as much as I try to attain a woman, I have to examine myself and think and be honest with myself. Where in my life is this person gonna fit? You know, you have to examine yourself. I'm examining my schedule. You know, I gotta work. You know, I have to, do the work of the Lord. Like, you have to say to yourself, what woman's gonna fit in this lifestyle? Because I need a woman that fits in my life. I'm not trying to fit in their life. You know, because they're in the world. You know, and that's why I'm patient. You know, that's why I'm waiting for the Lord. You know, if the Lord throw me something, cool. You know, if He don't, cool. You know, but I have to keep it pushing. You know, you just can't go grab any woman and bring her into your world, bring it into your life. Well, you know, like we mentioned earlier, she may cause your heart to stray away from the Heavenly Father, man. You know, so you just got to go by the Spirit.
You know, so
and examine yourself.
That's right. So, you know, it's all a process, brothers. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the Lord is going, He's going, like the brother just read, He's going to give us 100-fold. So all these brothers that are forsaking houses, children, you know, brothers dealing with that, you know, not being able to see their children when they want to. The scriptures talk about is a good thing for a man to enjoy his children. You know, so some brothers forsake homes, some brothers forsake jobs. All right now, take care, brother. All right now, thank you. You know, yeah, Jake, see, he's my fellow Hebrew brothers. It don't say Hebrew nowhere on his sign. You know, you know, Jake knows what's up. And matter of fact, speaking about that, this IUIC dude, I heard him say, Hebrew, we are not the Hebrew Israelites. Yes, we are, bro. You know, but that's a lack of understanding, right? When you read the word, you'll read them talking about us, and they'll say the Hebrews. That was another name given to the Israelites. Now, all of the nations are technically Hebrews, if we're going to be specific, right? These are Hebrew Edomites. These are Hebrew Moabites, right? But we are known as the Hebrews, right? The Hebrew Israelites, right? The Hebrews, right? The word Hebrew is Ibar, which means of the past. But it also means above and beyond is something I read in there when you read it in the blue letter, right? But you know what I'm saying? Our spirits are truly of the past, starting with Yahweh Shai and the elect, You know what I'm saying? But we are the true Hebrew. You even the first time the word Hebrews is mentioned in the Bible, it called Abraham. It said Abram, the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? So hey, like, come on, man. But they'll try to do anything to run away from who we are. IUIC telling you, nah, we not Hebrew Israelites. Yes, we are, brother.
So what are you, American Israelites?
Right, you're American Israelites. You know, that's exactly what they are. Babylonian Israelites.
Yeah.
You see, people will run away from their nationality until Judgment Day, man. When Judgment Day come, all you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, y'all gonna be like, I wish I would have listened. Those dudes are right. I told me I wasn't black. He told me I wasn't Hispanic, but I didn't want to listen. You see, these people are bugged out, man. You know? So Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna bring great judgment. Actually, Q, what you looking at?
I'm trying to look up the Hebrew.
Yeah, look up Hebrew. Type in Hebrew, and then it should be in Genesis, one of the first chapters in Genesis, and then go to, it said Abram in Hebrew, I think. You know, it's because it's important for you to know these things. But Hebrews, it say, yeah, when you read Maccabees, it said the Hebrews. When you read Apostle Paul, he said, am I a Hebrew? Yes, the answer, those are rhetorical questions that he was asking. He said, am I a Hebrew? Yes. Am I an Israelite? Yes. Am I from the tribe of Benjamin? Yes. Right? All of those were rhetorical questions. You know?
I got it. It says, Akbar, it says, one from beyond.
One from beyond. That's what it said. One from beyond. You know, and it really doesn't mean one from the past, but one from beyond. We are from beyond. And the Lord says, I am from above, ye are beneath, man. These people are beneath. Right? But we have, the Lord has made us to where the elect being predestinated from the beginning of time, that's the church of the firstborn, man. You know, beyond, man. Go ahead.
It says a designation of the patriarchs and the Israelites.
A designation, a place, also, all right. Actually, that's a title. That's referring to a title. A designation, it means a title. A designation referring to the Israelites. So you be like, hey, yo, what old boy just said? He said, what's up, my fellow Hebrew brothers? That's a designation that he put upon as a title. He didn't say, what's up, yeah, that's just them Israelites. Nah, my Hebrew brothers, he knows that it's also a nationality tied with it. And it's not just a language, because you never hear somebody say those Arabics. You know, those they call it Hispanic Spanish, but you never hear say them Spanish Hispanics. You know, those Germans. No, but we say Hebrew Israelites. Let you know the language is associated, but it's also separate than just a language, man. All right, those Irish Irelanders. You don't hear them say that, right? Go ahead.
The designation, it says like a selection or a choice.
Yep.
A naming.
Yep, a naming. That's what I said, like a title. See, but go down into the Strong's part. You know what I'm talking about? When you click down the bottom, the bigger part. Let me see here. The lexicon. Now read right there and ask. This is in the lexicon for Ibar.
It says, as to what others have imagined, that Israelites was a sacred name, while that of the Hebrews was for common use. It is without foundation, and it is the repugnant of the Old Testament.
Right, so they're being through saying it's without foundation, but ultimately, what did it say? It says it was just used for common tongue. They would know that that was a name, right? Israelite is the technical name, right? But that was also a common name that they would call the Israelites, the Hebrews, man. Right? So we're the Hebrews back again this very day, proclaiming the will of God, just like in the time of Moses, man. Right? All over again, man. We're letting you know that the Yahweh Shema Shai is coming to save his elect, the Hebrew Israelites. That's who the Lord is coming to save. That's who the Lord is coming to deliver, man. You know, that's what it is. Oh boy, bugged out. He just went and got drunk. You know? He didn't say shit the first time.
The first time I seen him sober.
Yep. You see, the Lord got us now where we just ignoring people, man. People just be talking shit now. You know, some of the elders and the brothers has been dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? Now we just ignoring. Now we just ignoring people, man. Because it's like, hey, obviously it's not for them. But the scoffers are getting ignored. They're not getting the attention that they desired at that point in time. So the Heavenly Father is showing us, hey, we only here fishing for the elect, the people that want to listen.
Because Hebrew, like you said, like technically Hebrew Edomites, but it's the Israelite because it said a sacred name. So
Yeah.
that Israelites, that's where that's where the separation is.
The chosen, like you said, the designation. That's where the chosen come in. Because you ain't never heard anybody say, oh yeah, them Hebrew Edomites over there. When they say the Hebrews, they you know what they talking about. Even to this very day. If somebody walking right now and they say the Hebrews, you gonna know they're talking about the Israelites. Even the Amalekites don't call themselves Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? They like, yeah, we speak Hebrew. You know, they'll say that. They speak Yiddish, really. But they don't even call themselves Hebrews. When they say the Hebrews, you know exactly who they're talking about, bro. So there's no confusion.
What's the precept says? Where the precept where it says, when they shall return, they shall declare themselves. They shall put their hand, surname themselves.
Isaiah 44.
It's like, yeah, come on.
It's like 5 verse 5 or somewhere in there. You know, we the Hebrews, bro. We back, baby. The Hebrews, them brews, them Hebrews back. You know, and that's the way the Lord wanted it, man.
Fine. Okay. This is Isaiah 44:5. One shall say, I'm gonna read one, then I'm gonna jump down to 5. Isaiah 44:1. Yet now, hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Jumping down to 5 says, one shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord Yahweh, and surname himself by the name of Israel.
All right. So that's funny. And that's the spirit that brother said that, man. Because who else is known as Hebrew Israelites? Who else is proclaiming themselves to be Hebrew Israelites? The tribe of Judah, the tribe of Levi, the tribe of Benjamin. Who's proclaiming these things across the four corners of the earth, man? All right, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those of our people that are scattered amongst the other nations. We're the only ones proclaiming ourselves in this fashion, publicly. All right, you may have Amalek who may say he's from maybe 1 or 2 tribes, but they do it secretly. They don't publicize it. They don't bring it out. They don't be like, I'm from the tribe of Issachar. I'm from the tribe of Simeon. You know, they don't say those things, man. They don't even mention the other tribes, but we do.
Even at Passover, you know, when we introduce ourselves, we say Bon Yasha'Allah.
Bon Yasha'Allah.
Son of Israel.
Son of Yasha'Allah. Come.
Well, I just want to get these because I looked up the word Hebrews. It's in the Bible 27 times. I'm gonna read one Old, one Apocrypha, and one New Testament. But Genesis 40 and 15, for indeed I was stolen away out of the land of the Hebrews, and here also I have done nothing that they should put me into the dungeon. So in the Old Testament, they were calling us Hebrews, right? In the New Testament, you got this is Philippians 3 and 5. This is Apostle Paul. He says, circumcised the 8th day of the stock of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, and Hebrew of the Hebrews, as touching the law of Pharisee, right? And in the Apocrypha, 2 Maccabees 7 and 31, and thou hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews, shall not escape the hands of God. So, you know, people were formerly calling us the Hebrews. A common name for the Israelites was the Hebrews, man. So you can't just say, oh, that's just the language. That's who we are, bro. That's a part of our heritage. They always trying to take out of the book, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're not Hebrew Israelites, man. No, y'all are not Hebrew Israelites. And that's because they English Israelites. They calling on Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's what they doing, man. They Babylonian Israelites, man. But the Hebrew,
are they like trying to be too deep or just bugged out?
Probably too deep, bro. Just trying to be. But see, they're running away. That's why they say we're not just Israelites, because they say if y'all Hebrew Israelites, why y'all not speaking Hebrew? Based on what they're saying, all right, the Hebrews, the Israelites spoke Hebrew, and if you're using it as a language, right? If you're using it as a language based on that stance, you are supposed to speak Hebrew. But he's like, no, we're the Israelites. We're not Hebrew Israelites. And that's only because in the Bible, they'll try to make the claim you never see Hebrew and Israelites together as one word. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. That we still were considered the Hebrews, bro. We're the Hebrew Israelites. Get with the program.
What about 2 Corinthians 11 and 22? It says, are they Hebrews or Israelites?
Yep. Exactly. That lets you know that those terms are synonymous. You see? But, you know, IUIC will do anything to do what they want. Because if they not Hebrew, if they will call themselves Hebrew Israelites, that means they supposed to have Hebrew names. And how much more they got to be calling on the Hebrew name of God. You see what I'm saying? The only name of God,
Man,
which is Hebrew.
That 501 putting that pressure on them.
Yep. That's why even when you go to their pages, like it'll say the Israelites.
Wow.
It never say Hebrew Israelites on there. It'll say the Israelites. You know, they just that 501c3 putting that prayer. Don't put the Hebrew on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Stick to Jesus.
It's like when I came into the truth, like IOIC, they was through, but it's like as the years go on, they just wax worse and worse. Like they gotta like you said, they gotta dive deeper into that 501.
501.
Yeah.
Right.
It's terms and conditions. It's terms and conditions with that 501c3. Don't talk about Esau that much, right? Stick to JC, right? Don't be using no Hebrew, you know. Make sure y'all wear uniform-like clothing. You know what I'm saying?
March.
You know, yep, March.
To do those public displays and stuff like that, you gotta have a permit.
Yep, and then public service, public events.
Yeah, that's a permit. Costs money.
Yeah, but public service events, they probably tell them since they're an organization, they gotta have so many outside public events that's open so many times a year to be able to get funding. You know, and no, that's another thing. 501c3s can get funding, bro. Like not just the point of a 501c3 is mainly for tax write-offs. That's the main purpose. But with a 501c3, you can get grants and loans, man.
Yeah.
You can say that this is a non-profit organization. That's what a 501c3 is, a non-profit organization, right? So they say we can get this, we can have an event, we can get this wrote off, we can have barbecue and fringes, and we can get that wrote off tax-free. None of the stuff we got to pay taxes on. They can get loans and say, hey, we're trying to set up a school. We need a loan to be able to get this school started. They can do all of that kind of stuff, man.
Because technically, at the end of the day, it's not your business. It's public domain. It's the
Right.
government's.
I know that.
You show.
I know they they did. But you know. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that 501c3, man, it's not beneficial for when you're dealing with this Bible. Now, if you're in the world and you got a regular business in the world, ain't nothing wrong with it then. You know what I'm saying? Well, I still, it is what it is. But if you got a business in the world and you're just trying to get tax-free type things, as long as that's separated from the ministry, then you're fine, man. Right? You know that we was reading 1 Corinthians 7. It talks about using the world, not abusing the world. Right? Because the fashion of this world passed away. So a part of using the world is say, hey, if you got your own business, if you got to buy tools and let's say for instance you got a real estate business and you got to fill out a house. If you can get a 501c3, the plywood will be cheaper, the drywall will be cheaper, the paint will be cheaper. Hey, you can get you a 501c3. But when it comes to this Bible, you can't do that. You can't mix the two, man. Right? The scriptures talk about I'm gonna have to look that up, but you can't partake the cup of the Lord and the cup of the devils. The cup of the devils, man. You know?
Didn't Esau implement that? Didn't they say separation of church and state?
Yeah. Yeah, it's in
I was one in Corinthians.
it's in the
1 Corinthians 10 and 21.
I said 22. I said 1 Corinthians 10 and 22. Yeah. Yeah.
It says 1 Corinthians 10. I'm gonna start at 20.
Uh-huh.
It says, "But I say." Verse 20. It says, "But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High."
That's right, and that's what the Israelite foreigners, the people of our nation, they sacrifice the devils and not the Heavenly Father. So when they do everything they do, if you ain't serving the Lord, you're serving Satan, man. So they sacrificing the devils and don't even realize it, man. Go ahead.
"And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils."
I would not that you would have fellowship with devils. So the Lord said, I would not that you commune with them, man. That you not be a part of them. So 501c3 is you having a part with devils, man, when it comes to this truth. When it comes to this ministry, you're not supposed to have fellowship with that, man. So that's all you people out there that's still watching multiple camps. When you talk to those respective camp members, you ask them, that's the first indicator. Does your organization have a 501c3? If they say yes, you already know you should cut them off. That's an automatic. That's an automatic because they are not about the Lord. They're about finances and filthy lucre.
ISUPK has one too.
I think they do. I ain't gonna go in and say who got them and who don't, because I know this other. Just because you don't got it, don't mean you got the truth either. Because you got other camps that don't got it, but they ain't got the 100% truth either. So, but I'm just saying that that's one factor. If they say yes, they should automatically be like, all right, move to the next one. You should automatically cut them off your list.
It's Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters.
Yeah.
For either he will hate the one and love the other.
Right, and that's what these camps are doing. They serving two masters because they claim to serve Yahweh Shema Shai, but at the end of the day, they taking orders from Esau Edom. Certain things that you can't teach on. We have a 501c3. Can't speak against the government. We have the 501c3. It says, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. All right, so you gotta choose who you gonna serve. And there should be no doubt about it in your mind. It should be trusting in Yahweh Shema Shai, not trying to serve Esau Edom. Because at the end of the day, Esau Edom, he's gonna stab you in the back. The scripture says, never trust our enemy. As iron rusts, so is his wickedness.
Yep.
So Esau Edom, he gonna use you for a time being, and then he gonna spit your ass out.
Yep. What if they had a 5? What if they implemented this year? If you have a 501c3 organization, right? You have to take all religious aspects out of that. You know what I'm saying? No more religious 501c3 organizations. What IUIC gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Are they gonna stop teaching the truth? Right? Are they gonna, what's gonna happen? You'll see that thing fall apart, man. Because they're money based, man. They're not faith based. They're money based.
Right, and that's why the other camps. That's why IUIC said they don't hate Esau.
Right.
Because you got that 501c3.
Yep.
Because that you think when you go to the churches, your Christian church, they don't speak against the government. They don't speak against the so-called white man. Why? Because they sold out.
Yep.
If it's a non-profit organization, does that mean that's 501c3?
Yeah, that's what a 501c. That's the 501c3 is the charter number, but a 501c3, the technical term is a non-profit organization. But you got to understand what non-profit, and I only know this because I work for non-profit organizations. A non-profit organization does not mean they aren't making any money. That's the illusion that they give you from that term, non-profit. But a profit simply means that as long as it's not above the baseline that they reported. So if I tell you, hey, in order for my business to run successfully, I need $3 million this year in order for everything to run fine. If I make $3,001,001, I'm technically a profit organization. Non-profit means all of this is going to all of the things that I need in order to make my organization run fluently, right? Because when I was working, one of the non-profit organizations that I was working for, I'm like, it's supposed to be non-profit for the children, but the CEO makes 6 figures.
Right. They pay
I'm like,
themselves.
you know what I'm saying? So if this was non-profit, why wouldn't the CEO be making $60,000 or $70,000, something that they can live off of? If it's a non-profit organization, the CEO should not be making 6 figures. You see what I'm saying? So it lets you know they're not about the people, they're about themselves. And this is a big organization, and they had a lot of money, man.
And that's not that money is not taxable, because if you're a CEO, the company is charged over the head, it's taxed over the head. That's why board members don't get taxed again.
You just get a write-off.
You just get write-off.
Everything you buy is a write-off, bro. If they say, hey, when they if she gets my supervisor, my old supervisor, if she got a new car, right, she'll say, I'm going to be using this conduct business meetings in this new 2023 Lexus.
Yep.
So I'm going to write off the taxes, and that's now officially a business car.
Yep.
If she has gas receipts, she can write off the taxes on it. Plane tickets. Yep, I got to do business. And they don't even have to do business. I could be going to Alaska to conduct business, but she's just going on a business trip. Tax write-off. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a tax write-off. And if you add up all of the taxes that you spend, that's a lot of money that you would not have to. Even when I used to go to businesses, because I used to have to purchase things for the organization, I would always have to carry this white form, and it was basically a tax exempt sheet. So basically, say for instance, I was getting a printer for the job. If the printer was going to be $250, but without taxes, it's $210. I show them the tax write-off, they give me the tax, and it's only $210 instead of $250. So they do that, so everything that they purchase, they're no longer able to, they don't have to spend that extra amount of money. Give me Titus, the book of Titus real quick.
Yep, and then like everybody that worked for them, those people are in a budget for the year.
Yep.
Right.
That's
So
what's
this
in the
person,
budget.
he gonna make 100. He gonna make 100K. This person gonna make 70K. And it's all added up into the budget for
Yep.
the year.
It's still a non-profit organization because they listed the headline for how much they were going to need. So IURC, that could be a $10 million non-profit organization. They can tell them we need $10 million to do everything, but even everything after that, we're not going to have any profits. You know what I'm saying? And so, hey, you're right. They don't got no profits, no PROPHETs.
That's why.
But they might have some, if they repent, man, and come on over. But
That's why when I was younger, I found out. Well, not younger, as I think earlier in the truth, I found out just interacting with somebody that was still going to church. How a lot of those church members, some of those the people that played in the band and stuff like that, they get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know you would get paid for playing
at the
drums.
churches?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You get paid for playing
That's a
the drums.
job, bro. That's a job.
The,
The
Yeah.
pastor gets paid.
The deacon, the person who holds the door.
Yep.
All
The deacon,
of
the
that,
usher.
they
Yeah,
get
they get
paid.
paid, bro. Churches are a business. That is not a facility for religious understanding. That's a business, bro. That is a business. Everybody in there, and that's why you can't trust a man who has a job to tell you about your spiritual salvation.
Right.
I can't trust you of his money base because I don't know if the things you're telling me are just it's called a conflict of interest, right? If you're making money, I can't assume that you're telling me the right things to help me get saved because you're telling me whatever it is to keep me coming back to your church so you can keep money in your
What's the
pocket.
difference between them and the salesman?
Nothing.
One selling religion, other one selling the car.
That's it. Yep, harlot houses, bro. Yep, that's all it is. Pushing religion. The one of the hardest drugs in the world, man. But go ahead, read that out.
This is Titus 1:10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers.
Hold on, let this car go by.
Meek Mill selling that song. Your pastor selling you hope, but the drug,
Drug dealer telling you dope.
yeah.
That's
true, though.
It
That's a
is
hard
true.
ass line.
Yeah, it is. They selling you hope, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's really dope because, that's what I said. We always deal with the enemy that we know what it is. So the hope that they showing you is a false religion, a first false way of dope. You see what I'm saying? That's more dope.
Right, and then when you leave the church, people got that dopamine, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
that-
that
Yeah,
dopamine,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
That high, that
Yep.
adrenaline going,
The
yep.
same thing you get in drugs.
Yep, the same thing, yep. Absolutely,
And
brother.
speaking about harlot houses, man, whenever I watch the Travel Channel and you see these men going into the Philippines, it's this one little city or area where it's prostitution, it's legal. But when you walk down that street, it's all these women trying to bring you in, like, come on in, come on. So you be like, nah. But those are like churches, man, because as soon as you come in, they try to, the women, they act like they're your girlfriend and all that to please you. But all they want is your money. That's the same way that these churches operate. They do whatever just to bring you in. They may have an outdoor cookout, something
You gotta have that. It makes you feel at home, make you feel like a family.
bring you in.
Yeah, bring you in. Hey, come on, yeah, we having a cookout this weekend. Yeah, they're
Right.
selling you a church selling you pork, but the Bible say don't eat pork. Come on now, something ain't right.
Come as you are.
Come as you are.
Yeah.
You're a homosexual. Bring your partner too. Yeah, they love it. You know what I'm saying?
We
Like,
don't judge. Only God do.
only God judges. That's not our judgment to judge here. That's true, bro. Go ahead, Q.
Titus 1:10. It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision.
Yep, many unruly, vain talkers, vain deceivers, man. And that's what they are. That's a deception.
Especially of the circumcision.
Yeah, especially of the circumcision. Jews, man. You know what I'm saying? You see, they ready to get you over, man. That's what they do to our people in those churches, these false Israelite camps. A church is nothing but a fashion show, man. All right, to see how much flex you can do, how good you look, right? Oh, I'm a believer. You know what I'm saying? If you a believer, come out here and stand on this damn highway for 3-4 hours, man. Hey, man, let's see how much faith you got then, man. Hey, that's the reason why the Lord got men doing that. Imagine a nigga woman out here every goddamn week. She gonna be like, my feet hurt. She gonna give it up after 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Sit down.
Yeah, sweating, hot.
There's-
It be
there's-
hot as shit out here,
There's a
man.
lion in the streets. I can't go out there.
Yeah, right. Yep. That's what they say. It's a lion in the streets. And guess what? It's some lions in this street. Y'all lying out here too. You know? Go ahead, Q.
Verse 11, whose mouths must be stopped.
That's right. The Lord said their mouths must be stopped, man. You know, so it's going to come to a point where Nathaniel is going to have to stop talking. I believe they say he changed his name back to Nathaniel. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Nathaniel Oliga. They say he done changed it back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Unstable in all his
Yep.
ways.
It says, meddle not with a man that's given a change.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on, man. Why would you deal with a man like that? But then they not Hebrew Israelites. Now they saying the name every now and then. You see what I'm saying? So, but now where they getting this from? It's because there's too much stuff coming against them. So they forced to reckon with it now, man.
People asking
Barak Star.
the questions. You know,
Yep.
the congregation asking questions.
Yep.
They listen to Great Millstone.
Yep. Like, yeah, you know, they can't tell them they listen to Great Millstone.
Yep.
They just got to ask the questions because they call us bums over there. So they just got to ask. They be like, yeah, like I heard this, or what do you think about this? They can't say they heard it from us, man.
Probably
But it's
kicked out
okay.
if you listen to Great Millstone.
It's okay. You don't gotta give us the credit, brother. We don't want the credit. We want you to find the truth. We want you to believe in Yahweh Bashim Shai. We want you to do the research. We want you to understand what this Bible is talking about. We don't give a damn if you say, I heard this from Great Millstone. We don't care, bro. All that matters is the truth. That's all that matters, bro. Our names ain't important. The title Great Millstone, yeah, that's the banner that the Lord is using. But hey, brother, you know what I'm saying? We just vessels. And we just want the elect to find Yahweh Bashim Shai. That's all we care about, bro. That's all it is, brother. So was that the point on that?
A little bit more
Yeah,
says,
come.
whose mouths must be stopped,
Yep.
who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not.
That's right. Teaching things what they ought not, man. All these pastors, these Joel Osteens, these TD Snakes, all right? These Creflo Dollars. You know, what's that lady that you talking about?
Joyce Myers?
Joyce Myers. These Billy Grahams. All of these people have been lying to you, man. And the Lord said their mouths got to be stopped. These Bishop Nathaniels, these General Yohannes, you know, these Alazars. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know, there are some better than others, but hey, all of them got to be stopped, man. Because they not doing what's right according to the Lord, man. Right? Their mouths must be stopped, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake.
For filthy lucre's sake. They're doing it for money. The Lord equates it unto filthy lucre, man. Dirty money. That's basically what the Lord is calling it. That's dirty money right there.
Drug money.
It's got blood on it.
It's got blood on it, man. Dirty money, man. That's like fucking money from a bank robbery. You know what I'm saying? It's serial. You got the serial number. As soon as you run that shit, like, yeah, this is from the stolen bank. That's dirty money, man. You niggas robbing it from somebody else, hit a lick for it. That's dirty money, man.
What did the priest say to Judas when he tried to return the money? Hey, what you gonna need?
Yep.
Hey.
But they said,
Oh, hey.
Yep, and he threw it on the ground, and then it was still there when he just left it.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, they said, I forgot what they said. They said, do it to buy a plot of land
Right.
because it can't. That bloody money can't go into the house of the treasury.
Huh.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn. Ooh.
Yep. And so that's dirty money, man. You know, and that's what's going on, man. And that's